Hello?
What's up?
Hey, Carl, what's up?
All right. Today, we got a great show for you guys. This is Group Chat episode number 25. We got a call with Marcus Kleveland that we pre-recorded that's really good. Stan has a mystery segment, which he hasn't told us about. We have no clue what's coming down the pipeline for that. We got the Mount Rushmore of worst places to snowboard. We're going to answer all of your Instagram and Patreon questions. We're also going to debrief about our Woodward Copper Bomb Hole Week. We got run through wall trivia, turbo takes, all kinds of good stuff. Should be a great show. And I just got to say before we get into it, thanks for all the sponsors that came on board to make this happen. We got Arbor, Woodward, Bubs, Yeti, Nidecker, Run Through a Wall, Ikon, and Nitro. Appreciate you guys. And I got Sam Taxwood to my right in studio. What's happening, Sam?
Not much. Thanks for having me, Chris. Stoked to be back in the booth with y'all.
We love when you're in the booth, Sammy. We got Stan Leveille in studio. What's happening, Stan?
Chris, thank you. Always a pleasure to be on the big thing that is preventing and stopping people from reading our magazine. Happy to be here. No one reads interviews anymore. Why would they? They can listen to a podcast. Thank you, Chris.
And then we got, no comment, we got Bob Plumb over here. Maybe Stan, well, first of all, Bob, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I just, want to do my best impression of Sam Taxwood. I don't know if you can see this. Well, you can if you're listening to the podcast, but I'm wearing a cowboy hat and I got his 420 shirt on.
Yep. And your headphones are
Shit's
cockeyed.
dope, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Fuck you guys. Insane.
Yeah, Sam's got a Spotify playlist with country music, and now he's a big country boy. That's how it goes.
Okay, and of course we got Silk D on production. What's happening, Silk?
What's happening? And before we get into the show, I want to give you a quick word from our presenting sponsor, Arbor. Let's talk about Arbor Snowboarding. Arbor's been making high-performance snowboards for nearly 30 years with a little thing called craftsmanship, and they're doing it with a conscience. These guys were on the sustainability tip long before it was cool, using real wood top sheets, eco-friendly materials, and actually giving a damn about the mountains and the planet. Backed by one of the sickest teams out there with riders like Jared Elston, MFR, Red Gerard, Brian Aguchi, Danny Cass, and many more, Arbor Snowboarding is resetting the standard, blending high performance and sustainability with precision, power, and purpose. So whether you're straight lining like a psycho or going full dummy in the park, Arbor's got the A-grade boards and bindings you need to ride your best. Let's get into the show.
God damn it, that was professional, Silk. I love it.
That was some good copy reading right there.
That really was amazing. Nice work.
That's my job.
Yeah. Canute came up with a great Nitro Turbo takes this week. I think it's a good way to start the show. Silk D, I'm going to hit the jingle, and then you want to cue those babies up?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to Nitro Turbo Takes.
Nitro Snowboards. These questions are submitted by Canute Elias.
Nitro Snowboards has been building snowboard products, boards, boots, and bindings for over 34 years and has one simple mission: to inspire people to get out and go snowboarding and support their local and global community by supporting the shops, the organizations, and the people who are dedicating their lives to this.
All right, let's get into it. Wow. Fire it up.
Nice,
First question. This is for everybody. Did you stretch this morning? Go around the horn. Maybe start with Taxwood.
I did stretch, yeah.
Very out of characteristically, I actually stretched too, but that's like very abnormal. I did some yoga.
Nice. Dude,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. No. I did change out of my slides into slip-ons at the airport. I technical toe touch, so I'll go, yeah, I did.
Yep.
That's a slush thing. I also did not stretch.
Yeah.
Did you rock climb today?
No.
Thank God.
Unfortunately. We'll still
He
get
would
you
have
out
told
there.
us already if he did.
Bob's keeping it stiff and pissed today.
Yeah.
All right, we got a question for Bob here. Do you think your cover photo of Keegan Valleca on the I Love Bo's Rec board on Snowboarder Mag got him fired from Burton?
Well, rumor is it almost did, actually. Because, basically that's how I found out. Well, that's how Keegan found out he was getting a cover, because he got a phone call from Burton at the time saying, yo, we heard you were riding like a Bozrec board on the cover of Snowboarder. And then we're like, oh, damn, we're getting a cover. Sick. Keegan's getting fired. Let's go.
He's like, yes. They're like, wait, it's not over. We actually have bad news as well.
And then I think they flew him to Mexico to go surfing or something to like celebrate. Once they got over the fact he rode Bozrek on the bottom of his board.
So would you say that was kind of maybe step one, though? You probably had a little hand in that.
Me?
Yeah, Burton getting a little mad at him.
I didn't tell him to write that on the bottom of the board. But when we found the spot, I was like, yo, this spot's pretty insane. Like, you should write something on the bottom of your board. At the time, I was thinking he'd write gnarly because he had gnarly clothes.
Right.
And he wrote Bozrek. So he ended up riding Bozrek boards anyways.
Bob, you did that a lot where you claimed the spot would be a cover. I remember when we used to shoot photos. Like,
Yeah, the thing is with Keegan,
this angle is a slam dunk, you guys. You wouldn't believe it, but it really is. I've been having such a great day. I love shooting snowboarding.
oh, God.
That's me out there. I mean, the hard thing is like Keegan, Justin, Benny, like they got style. Like they make shit look dope. Chris, it's hard to work with you. Great personality, little stiff, you know?
They call it personality hire.
I will say, like, the photog in the field claiming cover is like some brainworm shit. Because then when it doesn't end up on the cover, the riders are all pissed. It's like,
Yeah.
we can't be telling people that shit, Bob. We got to be like, I don't know.
Well, the good news is I just give myself covers now, so
Yeah.
I can claim that actually, according to everybody.
All right, what else we got, Silk?
All right, Stan, we're coming to you for this one. Have you ever made fun of Bob on Last Resort or Hate Line?
No, too irrelevant.
Only on the bomb hole. You've made fun of him.
You talk shit in the mag on me, though.
Yeah, I mean,
If people read it.
yeah, which they don't. They're watching this instead. No, I never have. I actually, I mean, for the record, always thought Bob. Yeah, I always was drawn to the like funny character types in snowboarding, and Bob was always one of those. So no, I didn't. And it's hard for me to like. I'm not really talking shit on like photographers. You know, it's mostly teenagers.
Sean White.
Yeah.
Sean White got some smoke.
Sean White, yeah.
All right, we got a question for Sam here. How many miles did you bike this summer?
Dude, super low miles. I've been out a few times, but just been in the gym and at physical therapy thus far. But thanks, Canute.
You got to give us a number, just ballpark.
Give me something.
500.
Dude, no, like 50 miles probably this summer.
That's
Wow.
I don't believe that.
Yeah,
It's a lot more.
I'm serious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, we got one for you. Have you ever had a cover of Slush magazine?
I have not. I also haven't had a relevant photo in like 5 years.
Canute says maybe the booth could make this happen.
The booth.
One person in the booth
we're
is
looking
the most vital person. Chris would really have the most work to do in that scenario.
That's pretty
You
valid.
need a photo first.
Yeah.
All right, this is for everybody. What model snowboard are you riding first day on hill this winter?
Sammy?
I'll be riding. What am I going to ride? Probably an alternator or a T1. Yeah, one of those.
I got the Capita Big Nice Burgundy. That's all broken in from last year.
I'm going to be riding an actual big board. No, I rode a 170 Burton Sensei last winter, and I think this winter I'm going to ride a 168 Craig Screaming Tree, like remake.
You got to pull your mic closer when you talk.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Bob.
Whatever's in the garage, I'm going to go grab it.
Bob
Probably
will-
an alternator, I think.
Bob will not be snowboarding.
Bob doesn't bend his knees when he's snowboarding.
Yeah. I was going to say, I need to like do some leg strengthening before I start thinking about snowboarding. The back feels really good in the summer times when I'm not snowboarding. I don't know why.
All right, next one's for me. Who has best kit in booth today? Obviously, myself excluded. I want to say everyone's hat game's looking really strong, but I do have to go with Bob.
Yeah. That's a no-brainer.
God,
Which is kind of a win for Sam as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
Sam shirt.
Sam, I thought my new sleds were going to put me over. Those new shoes I'm running.
the shoes are good. But,
Okay, thanks.
I mean, it's got the Taxwood tee. It's pretty banging. All right, Bob. Will you ever go split boarding with Griffin Siebert again?
That's a good question.
Actually, I love split boarding with Griff because I trust him. because he nerds out. I wouldn't say nerd out. He's very educated on what's going on with the snowpack. So I feel extremely safe with Griff. And he also doesn't like doing extremely sketchy stuff. So yeah, I would have a great time splitboarding with Griff. He just has to wait for me because I'm slow.
All right.
Bad technique.
Stan, why have tail blocks gone away?
Well, I think a big part of it was that Pat Bridges did rupture his ACL, so he had to take a winter off. That's obviously going to be a big slam to the whole community. We're still recovering, honestly. And I mean, also like maybe they're just too easy. We have like a bad boy trick culture thing happening. I think we're in a reverse wave of like mini shred being liked and loved. Perhaps.
I don't think tail blocks are that easy though, especially when you do them like on, like Scott. There's a lot of stuff Scott's doing. Those are not easy.
Well, there's
Scott's
tail.
An exception though.
I'd say there's a distinction. If you're digging tail, they're pretty easy. If you're true blunting like Scott does, they're pretty hard to bounce, at least if you have a stiff board. But I don't know. I'd say like maybe Canute as like someone in a TM role, if you were signing people based on their tail blocks, that could help. I mean, it seems like you could answer that question, Canute. I don't know.
Chris, do you have a favorite location that you've done a tail block at? I'm thinking of something, we like joked around. We're going to shoot this photo of you doing a tail block someplace, and then it actually ran. No, it ran in the magazine. DC.
I don't even remember. Dude,
we were on like I don't even know if you were on the
in front of the fucking. We were joking around, and I was like, Bob, shoot a photo of this tail block, and I did one in front of like the Capitol building. Yeah, and they ran it in the mag.
Yep, they
Forgot
did.
about that.
And we're like, watch, they're gonna run this, and they did.
Yep, I did one naked once too back in the day.
It was snowing at the Capitol building.
There was snow in DC. It was like a massive storm.
So you were a part of the storm at the Capitol building? Just checking that you.
He's a stand-up comedian, people. That was fire.
All right, keep it moving.
All right, this one's for Chris. What's your favorite bomb hole episode you've done so far?
I like Jamie Lynn one just because he's like fucking listen to him talk. His voice is great.
Yeah. All right, Sam, what's your favorite trick to see in a video part?
I don't know. There's so many different kinds of tricks you could see, but
buying some time.
A butter for sure.
A butter?
A butter.
That was good.
Hang tight.
Wow.
Well played. At Sage Kossenberg.
All right, this is for everybody. Is Spike a good name for a snowboard video?
I like it.
Wow. Sure.
Canute plugging his own shit at Nitro, right? Nitro movie.
I mean, it just fucking is. You're talking in a van, I guess, and then someone is hyped on something you say. I don't know. I was like, you guys are really picking this name early, but we picked the name early.
You were integral to this?
What?
Were you integral to this naming?
I did say Spike.
Nice.
Yep.
Bob, do you like it?
Yeah.
Is it like...
It's great.
Okay.
Can I get a context for...
Canute's just like plugging some funny questions.
Can I get context for the way that... Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Stan, great question.
Yeah.
That's it.
What'd you
dog
do?
thing.
Spike that beer into your head, or did you shotgun it?
Got it.
You know how
Got it.
like Spencer hits the like beer spike? I don't know.
Okay.
Good job.
I used it in a sentence, right?
Yeah. I just wanted the context. I didn't know if it was like, it was great.
Now it all
or
makes
it could
sense.
be the name of a dog.
Well, that's why.
Yeah.
Come on, you nailed it.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Bob, we have a question for you. Why do you think print photos are still worth making and printing in mags?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think, so basically, like, why should people care about magazines, essentially?
It's not what the question
Specifically
was. but-
photos, because there's other things in magazines.
Yeah, but like Stan was saying, like, he writes and spends a lot of time writing, and nobody reads it, so they just actually pick up the magazine to look at the photos. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Am I right?
You're so much more important than me
No, you've just been hard on yourself this
when
year.
it comes to...
No, I just think that it lasts longer than your phone, Instagram, you look at it for 2 seconds and then it's gone. Where with a magazine, it stays there for whatever, as long as you have the magazine. And then also I think it's cool too with Slush that it's a way to help support photographers and riders make a little bit of extra money, you know, because it's not easy out there for photographers in this day and age to be able to shoot snowboarding. I think that's why there's not as many snowboard photographers as there once was, because it's hard.
I think too is the scale of the photo, the size. You know, when you're looking at a cell phone, great for a video, sure, you can understand what's happening. A photo is just like, you get a little bit more emotion, feeling of the spot when you're looking at it in a magazine. And it's just kind of a backbone, hopefully remains a backbone of extreme sports culture. And so it becomes this landmark thing for people too, ideally. So not to steal your answer, Bob, but
I like that.
Well said, Stan.
Yeah. Well, the next question was actually for Stan, and it was, why do you think snowboard mags are still important? So anything else you want to add to that?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to say they're important. I think they're cool. I think that they're like an interesting piece of basically the way that snowboarding is marketed to the world is mostly controlled by brands who have like their agenda and their rider that they're pushing, right? There's the only real entity that is able to push what we think is cool about the culture, the riders that we like from a wide angle of snowboarding is like an unbiased, like we don't have a team, you know, so we can talk about everybody. So that it's just like, you know, a brand can market themselves all they want. And that's it's more popular than ever for a brand to really be able to control their own message, which is great. But I think for building a culture of snowboarding, it's just really nice to have entities that are sort of, this is cool and this is cool. And we're going to talk about all of these things.
It's also like taking a moment in time within the culture and like freezing it. And you can like look back at those old magazines and you're like, oh shit, like I remember that video or I remember that part or I remember that person's interview, and it's like frozen there in time. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well said, boys. Well said.
All right. And now for Chris, did podcasts kill the magazine star?
I don't know. I think they all
we're looking for a yes or no.
It's a symbiotic relationship. We're all heading in the right direction. So no comment is my answer.
Sam, when was the last time you read a Slush magazine? That's my own turbo take question.
Dude, last fall, brother. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm always checking them.
Damn.
Yeah, actually,
I think
I'm going to be honest, not enough. You definitely got me.
I think it's the interview that suffers the hardest, like in a print setting. You know, now that you have this podcast, you have this ability to, and I get it. You can hear how someone talks. You can like see the way they carry themselves. Like that's cool and intriguing, and I like that too. So this era of like you got to sit down and read this thing to understand a person is like not very popular. Like it's just not using word. I think that when someone has some really almost like heavy shit to say, a print article is cool because they can take their time with it and they can be a little bit more deliberate with what they say. But I think the age of like snowboard magazines having like an interview that's just kind of like, so tell me about your winter. It's like, no one wants to read that.
Yeah.
And that's no one's fault really. It's like, that's like, to me, that's like the magazine has to adapt to that, you know? So I get it.
All right, Sam, we're coming to you for this one. Why are pro snowboarders so important to the culture of snowboarding moving
all these
forward?
hard-hitting questions from Jesus
getting deep,
Christ.
Getting deep.
He warned me.
I think it's just, I think having a team, like if you're a brand and you don't have people to actually test and use this gear, like it's kind of, I don't know, you got to have people out there running the gear and honestly pushing the sport in whatever direction that is, whether it's like the style of someone or the trick they're doing or whatever. Like we were kind of just like the ambassadors for the sport. And I don't know. There's just so many ways to look at it, but yeah.
Well said,
I would say just, we're waving the flag for snowboarding and we grew up snowboarding and that's kind of all we think about. So, yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah, good answer. Bob?
Wait, I want to hear Chris's take on that.
I've been kind of just 100% echo what Sam said, but I think we need heroes. I grew up like looking up to pro skateboarders and pro snowboarders and really helped me latch on to the culture of snowboarding and skating and the people like Sam said that are flying the flag that the brands can be like, this person embodies what we represent as a brand. We fuck with what they're doing. They're just this is our guy, this is our girl, this is the person we're backing. And I think, we need heroes. We need people to look up to and fly the flag for our culture and push the boundaries of snowboarding.
Otherwise, like this foundation that's been laid, doing this would just be for nothing. It's like, I don't know. We got to keep that train rolling, supporting cool people, and
And God bless all the brands that pay snowboarders too.
Yeah, shout out.
All right, Bob. What's the worst thing about shooting photos in the backcountry?
Hanging out with me.
I hike slow, so I can't tell jokes because there's no one to tell them to. Worst thing about the backcountry. The backcountry.
He doesn't know where
Sledding?
know where to shoot the photo.
Yeah, true. One I don't know where to
Too
go.
many options.
He's got
Can't get
me
there.
and Brian and up top screaming at him like, "Where the fuck are you going, dude? Go over there." What? How do I get over there? I have to traverse under the exposure.
Damn, I didn't see the Bob impression coming. That
was so good.
That was pretty good. Yeah,
It was good.
No, I think sledding.
Sledding.
I mean, I'm so bad at it. I've never tried to get good at it. I've only ever gone
He's
from
one of the worst.
point A to
The worst
B.
I've seen. When
Okay.
I say the worst I've seen, he is one of the worst I've ever seen.
Everybody that listens to this podcast, he always goes on about this shit. I've been sledding with Grendy's like 4 times, and those 4 times were the 4 times I had my own snowmobile for the first time. That was, I mean, dude, I'm kind of a scrawny dude. It's pretty fucking hard to move around, and I've never spent any time to try to get good at it.
You'd think with all that climbing though, it would be like
Maybe, but this is,
You'd be
I mean,
like,
this
well,
was
maybe
like
a little-
15 years ago that he's talking about. I don't know. Maybe I'm good at it.
I'm just
now.
saying, all I'm saying is I've gone snowmobiling with a metric fuck ton of people, and you are at the top of the list for the worst I've seen. So however you got there, I don't care. I'm just saying my observations.
Well, Chris, you know what? I'm going to turn a new leaf, and I want you to train me this winter. I think the two of us out there on the track necking, shit would be fire, and I'm ready to improve.
Pause.
We got more questions from Kenny. This is a long one.
Yeah,
What else
there's a
we got?
lot. I've been skipping some. There's still a lot.
Okay.
But we're almost there. Home stretch here. Stan, what's one piece of advice for any young kid looking to get involved in snowboarding?
Hard hitting.
Well, this is like a kind of a cop-out answer, but like I just really have to like love snowboarding, bottom line. Loved it. Like that's still the reason I enjoy doing this and consider my lifestyle one of the best I could imagine, is that being able to snowboard as much as I am able to is such a big part of it, and really the driving factor of it all, the true love for it. So if you're really looking to, whether it's a pro or industry or, in media, whatever it is, you just like first and foremost have to like love the shit out of it. And if that, it can take a long time. I mean, definitely like spent a long time making $0 doing it. So if you're dedicated, and if you have like a contest ad whipping you into airbags, that helps.
Two tips.
Airbag in your backyard. That's what you need for the future.
Also, an airbag helps.
yeah.
All right, Chris, you used to write down tricks when you would film a video part, like a hit list. What do you write down these days?
Good question, Kenny. Journal. I keep a journal. When
Read it. Read it.
Deepest, darkest secret. No, I use it to prepare for the shows. So I'm like handwritten guy. So when I do, like a longer biographical podcast, all my notes I like write in there. So a lot of my journal's filled with that. A lot of it's just doodles. A lot of it's, sometimes journal entries. And I think it's cool. Like if you have a stack of them and you go back and you look at an old one from, to see where your head's at that point in your life, it's a nice little, you're like, damn, I was going through some shit or whatever it was. But I think it's good. I'm derailing. I'm selling you on journaling for some reason, but it's good to organize your thoughts. That's it, really.
You're a great salesman. Now we know why you got so many sponsors.
All right, Sam, where and when can people watch Nitro's new team movie, Spike?
All right, folks. Yeah, we're doing a world premiere tour. We're doing a world premiere tour. The first one's on October 18th in Beijing, I believe, in China. And then there's going to be an Austria Europe premiere November 7th to the 9th-ish window. I don't know if the date's for sure locked, but it's on those days. And then we're doing another one here in Salt Lake, classic, November 14th, 15th-ish. And then they're going to do a global shop premiere day, like weekend. So like shops all over the world will have a link to the video and be able to play it for the local homies. And then it goes online on the 24th of November. Yeah, so keep an eye out.
Yeah, let's just jump right in. Is that the last question?
There's no more, there's one more, but that seems like a fun place to end.
I have a question about the Nitro movie.
Yeah, go ahead.
For as far as the name goes, was Boom taken?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of bullshit.
Seems
huh?
like an obvious.
Boom 2.0.
Yeah. And
Hasn't there been a boom
they already made a boom.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
hype.
definitely a boom.
and when the Costco guy, this is a question for Canute if you're watching. When the Costco guys came out and started saying boom a lot, like, did you feel like, what the fuck? These guys stole my shit, like giving 5 booms? Like, Canute's like, okay.
Yeah.
So get back to me on that, Canute, please.
Let's talk about Spike though. Nitro video. I know you were kind of quarterbacking this thing with Ted, from what I understand, right?
We did our best out there. I think it was kind of an interesting year for a lot of folks. But yeah, I think we pulled off a pretty good product for a single season in like some challenging conditions out there, I'd say. And I personally kind of got injured pretty quick into things, but I'm stoked with the clips that I did get.
Amazing. Who else has heaters in there?
We got Iris Pham, Matteo Masidi, Nils Arvidsson, Dominic Wagner, Luda Bills. We got J-Mo, Jordan Morse. We got Tom Tramnitz, and we got G. Siebes. Woo. We kind of got the whole gang. Brian Fox. Let's not forget the Unk.
He's never going to forgive you for saying his name last.
Save the best for last.
I got a question. You guys got park jumps in there?
No park jumps.
Okay, just curious.
You've been wanting park jumps.
I'm just curious. I'm just asking a question.
I'm just going to throw this out there though.
It would be
B-Fox
sick.
has a clip that I think you're gonna be surprised about, and you're
Brian got some sick shit. Yeah, everybody did a good job.
Nice.
But yeah, I think it was just like a bit of a challenging winter, but so be that it may.
Okay, I like that. Well, I guess moving along here. So be that it may. Silk, I think. So be that it may. Good figure of speech there. We're gonna get into some Patreon questions. We still got a bunch of stuff. We had a great interview with Marcus Kleveland. We have Stan's mystery segment. But before we get into all that, we have the Mount Rushmore of worst places to snowboard coming down the pipeline. But before we do that, thanks to our Patreon members that support the show, we're going to hit a couple Patreon questions. Silk, you got those teed up?
You have the only copy of those.
Okay, that's perfect. I'll read.
And he hasn't printed that.
Okay, this one's from Buck90. Stan. Shout out Buck90. Stan, thoughts on the new halfpipe airbag hit in Japan is question number 1, or elaborate on, I don't know if that's a question or a statement. And number 2 is Red Bull's paragliding bridge Zeech. Maybe we start with that because we've have you guys seen this? Describe the clip to people that haven't seen it.
Yeah, so as with any good Red Bull video starts, someone's in a plane. Jumps out of the plane with a Prada snowboard on his feet with a, what I'm going to guess is a positive 21 stance.
I had 35 positive 30 written down.
Okay, yeah, that's probably closer. And, you know, he's on his fucking walkie-talkie. He's got comms with the bottom, and he's like, coming in, no problem. He fucking swoops in and just lays down what is got to be one of like the biggest sieges of all of history.
Straight
like
45.
That's like they said world's like first grind on a bridge. It's like world's biggest siege. That's like what they should have hit that as, the most consequential siege. ever filmed. So yeah, he grinds the bridge but like, you know, does it count if you're being, you know,
He pulled shoot, by the way. Pull shoot.
He pulls shoot.
Pull shoot.
Yeah, he doesn't Mike Bassage himself.
It's like a skim. He like skims it.
Yeah, he's hang gliding.
Yeah,
He's
he's hand gliding on it.
Skim.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet like Arthur Longo could do that sicker, you know? Like he's
True.
got the parachute game.
You know, the thing is, though, it's like if somebody went and did a perfect, like 90 squared up boardy, their stance was like 9, -6, they're on a normal thing, we wouldn't have much to talk about. But the fact that this guy's angles are 35, positive 35, and he's on a Prada.
Yeah.
And it's just a straight up Zeech. It is like, it's just like an internet gold.
The other thing I was thinking is like it really put it in place for me, like how niche snowboarding is, because I was like, you could show this to your grandma and be like, this is snowboarding, and they would believe it. They'd be like, crazy. Like there's no, I don't know.
But homie's riding a Prada in the clip.
Straight up Prada.
Dude,
board. I think that's some, you know what I think that is some Italy shit. I think they're slowly planting Italy. Prada's probably got their hands in that because with the Olympics coming, you know. Ooh. So I think Prada's like on that, you know. I can't help but feel like another person that really loses in this scenario is Spencer Schubert. Because as up until then, he had the most incredible like wire grind of all time. And then this, you know, this
Do you
Red Bull
think
guy
paraglide jibbing is going to, you think it's a new genre that could be tapped into for maybe X Games?
Yeah. And check the first cover of Slush. You'll be surprised. But Bob was there at the bridge, and we have a pretty blurry shot.
Who's shooting fish?
Shooting fish from the water.
I knew where to stand, though, was the streets, you know?
All right, part 2, which I think is this really interesting concept, Buck 90 teed up. If you guys haven't seen it, there's a quarter pipe. The Japanese national team has a quarter pipe into an airbag. It's the only team in the world that has it, and they are just chucking roast. I saw a video of an 11-year-old Japanese kid that went from like barely being able to hit it to doing double corks. But it seems like it's going to be absolute devastation for every other national team now that they have that.
Yeah, and it's also like, okay, Japan, you were already winning. They're like, no, we want to bury them. Like, those guys are already fucking on us. I mean,
pretty fire though. I mean, you got to hand it to him.
Oh yeah. The Americans could never have engineered such a thing. Not a chance.
All we can hope for is that Ayumu learns how to spin switch backside so he can win, and that would be a win for snowboarding.
Yeah, he's got that for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully they built it just for that, actually.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Uniqlo has like a really big stake. They're like, we'll provide the fabric. I think it's always like jarring with an airbag because like, and especially that one they built in Japan, because like truly there's no snow involved in that situation anymore, you know? And that's where it starts to be like, damn, that does start to feel like, what is that then? You know, like, what's the difference between that and the homie with the paragliding hitting a bridge? You know, like, it's like, not actually on snow, but I get it. And it's, you know, it's snowboarding's fault for like hanging their hat on progression so much that like, of course they're going to build some shit like that. And that's just like, you know, you got to roll with the punches on that. But
I would love to try it out, honestly. So
what do you think you'd chuck into that thing?
I don't know. You just gotta test her out. I'm not much of a dry sloper.
Old dry slope Taxwood's back.
All right, this is a good segue to another Patreon question from Lance Hacker. He wants to know, I'd like to hear their thoughts on the difference or gap between competitive circuit and snowboarding and the more content-centric video part type of snowboarding, and how they think each affect the overall snowboard market. Stan, I feel like you're probably going to have the most educated answer on this, so I'm going to lean on you for the answer first.
Well, one, I think the contest kids have officially transitioned in a lot of ways over to the content creation side. I think that they've made, I mean, from Stale being kind of, right, we would say maybe the first vlogger, maybe Torstein. which were all kids coming from contests. So they've always been really good about this like lifestyle content, which like the numbers show. I think if you're getting people involved in snowboarding, it's good. So like, I mean, just because it might not be my cup of tea, and some of it is, like some of them are funny and whatever. The video part thing is like, that's always just going to be like for the diehards, for the people that kind of like, I think want to struggle a little bit. Like they want, I mean, there's like a different struggle that goes into like training for contests, but the like video part thing is like this winter long mental battle that's kind of like grueling. It's almost like how Sam will bike Little Cottonwood Canyon. It's uphill 13 miles. Like you have to be like a little bit of a sucker for punishment to do that, you know? And so to film a video part is like similar. And those things provide what I think is a cool personality trait of snowboarders, which is like gritty and just like a little rough around the edges. So the video part people provide that. I think those are cool people to look up to. That's where the original sort of like anti-mainstream vision of snowboarding still lives. And then of course we've advanced into like, it's in the Olympics now and it's more mainstream. I think you can have both and you can be a fan of both, but they both provide content for anybody to enjoy. So they're both like good and they don't really like sacrifice each other as far as I feel. So
and then the final question, how do you think they affect the overall snowboard market? Hard hitting.
I don't know that I think, so hard to say. I think that in general, like people that work within snowboarding are in an echo chamber yelling at each other sometimes. I think sometimes like a lot of us don't really know what the weekend warrior is getting out of it. I think that those like vloggers and like Instagram snowboarders probably help product a lot. And I think that the video part snowboarder more so build like a backbone and a culture to the collective like zeitgeist of snowboarding that allows people to feed into. So it's not as like easily connected to one person, but it's like building the culture that still needs to be this backbone to the more mainstream thing. So I'd say there's probably like a more direct effect on like sales or marketing from this like contest person as maybe opposed to the video part. But I think the video part builds a base.
I was just going to say that I think that the contest side of things obviously is getting way more brand visibility, but then when it comes down to like a sale, it's like people are just going to remember the name and maybe the brand from X Games, right? If you're just a stranger, or maybe not, I don't know, but I think they both are quintessential, and I think like obviously the contest is getting way more eyes than say the person that's just watching their favorite video.
Yeah,
100% contests, your X Games and your Olympics,
for sure. Like
but
no matter what,
not
that's
all
just,
of them.
Way more like eyes are seeing it, but it's really hard to like quantify a sale through that, right?
Yeah,
comparatively to where like someone literally will be like, "Oh, I bought that board because of that video part." Like, I do buy this product because these guys filming it and it looks cool.
Yeah,
but
I would say that maybe the contest scene originally, or like can attract somebody to snowboarding, and then once they get into it and watch video parts, and like that turns them into like lifelong lovers of snowboarding, and that also creates what you were saying. People want heroes, right? I think that's where
contest game though, for sure, like that. Like Marcus Kleveland is a fucking hero, dude. Like
just human nature. People love dominant winners too. Like Shaun White, what he did for snowboarding, just by people like understanding the sport, because he's got a name that is as recognizable as mainstream sports celebrities. So they're all good. They're all symbiotic. It's like music, you got your, you got, I don't want to say contest snowboarding's pop, but like you got like punk rock, you got grunge, you got pop, you got splitboarding, it's all great. It's all, do whatever you want on a snowboard. If you want to go try the hardest fucking tricks humanly possible, respect. If you want to film a great part, respect. I'm going to keep it moving. Final thoughts on that? Anything else to add? Okay, next question we got, Patreon question. This one's from Snacks McNally.
Oh, Snacks.
Shout out to Snacks McNally. So this is a good question. Okay, fellas, here's the age-old question. As a young skate rat, no one influenced me more than John Cardiel or Mark Gonzalez in terms of style and power. Not many could touch them. Has there ever been anyone in snowboarding on that level?
Mark Frank
MFM.
Montoya.
Justin Benny.
Justin Benny.
Yeah.
Damn, good answer. I was scratching my head like, who? Yeah, those are good answers. Yeah,
Well, like Craig Kelly's like
true.
Craig
OG,
Kelly.
like original, powerful, like, you know, I would say he was the first one to really. I mean, well, that's all right. There's a lot of people older than 40 right now being like, fuck Tom Sims.
Yeah.
Or like, you know.
Yeah, and I think now, I think back then too, I could be totally wrong with this, but I think like pros, there was more hero worship because you didn't get as much of them. There wasn't Instagram or social media. Like there were these like mystical
It was like a
heroes.
great white buffalo.
was
You're
a
like,
great
oh,
white-
shit, homie's over there. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Straight up, there was more hero worship where now I think like the heroes aren't on that level.
Dude,
because they're
Marco
so
had
accessible.
like a fan club at Snowbird, dude. People would follow him around the mountain and they'd be like, yeah, Marco, get it, Marco. Like, that's it. You're like, fuck, that dude is sick. He's got a tour bus. Like, come on.
All right.
That's what happens when Bob goes to the climbing gym.
Yeah, Bob, get it, bro. All right, let me tell you what I'm excited about, people. These Bubs Naturals Hydrate or Die hydration packs. We are hammering these things at the office all day long. I'm drinking these on the daily, staying hydrated, whether I'm just at work or I'm out getting after it on my snowboard. And one thing people should know is that 75% of Americans are dehydrated. You're talking about losing strength, focus, endurance. You can have some brain fog. So let's hear the science. Your body needs electrolytes. We're talking sodium, potassium, magnesium to actually pull water into your cells. That's where Bubs Hydrate or Die comes in. It's based on oral rehydration solution science, a blend of sodium and glucose that pushes hydration directly into your bloodstream fast. We're talking 2 to 3 times faster than water alone. That's not hype, that's actual data. So whether you're flying, you're climbing, you're drinking, you're working, or you're just up at altitude, you're losing more than you think when it comes to water. Hydrate or Die brings it back. We're talking 2,000 milligrams of electrolytes per pack, cane sugar only, no sketchy sweeteners, and it's NSF certified for sport. It's clean, tested, and made in the USA. And let me tell you something, this new formulation tastes really, really good. So hydration's not optional. It's the cheat code to keep going. Hydrate smart, hydrate clean, hydrate or die. Head on over to bubsnaturals.com, grab a box. Your muscles, your brain, and your send will thank you. It's Bombhole approved. Let's do this.
Hey fam, Silk here with a quick FYI. If you don't know, winter is right around the corner, and the Ikon Pass is your way of making sure that every turn counts. Drop in on 60 plus unique destinations worldwide. We're talking more hot laps, we're talking more tree runs, and surely there will be more après hangs. Ikon Pass unlocks more joy all season long. Starting at only $329 for an adult pass, you can lock it in today for as low as $0 down and 0% APR with a payment plan, and terms do apply. It's time to text the crew and make plans for winter now because your stoke's going to thank you later. Buy your Ikon Pass today at ikonpass.com. That's IKONPASS.com. Now back to the show.
All right, we're going to get into Run Through Wall Trivia. Here we go.
Welcome to Run Through Wall Trivia. You're fired.
Okay, you guys got buzzers somewhere. You got one behind your head there. If you answer the question wrong, you got to do a salt. And you know what the winner gets? This golden bottle of salt.
A very coveted item.
This is the prize. Okay, I spray painted it in my garage, and it's basically a trophy. So treat it as such.
Okay.
Silk, who do you think's gonna win?
I don't know. I feel like Stan might win,
I hate
but I don't know.
I feel like Stan's not as good
I can
as
tell you
it-
who's going to lose.
Who? Bob?
Well, hard to say.
You know,
you never know though. with
No,
Bob
I
over there.
cater the questions.
Yeah.
Oh, so you did these?
He does cater them.
I
but-
cater them.
You're
I'm
gonna
like,
cater to Bob?
I'm like, what is Bob?
But when he
gonna get?
caters to Bob, somebody else is going to know it too.
Yeah,
Like,
I kind of hate the trivia part because I'll throw this out there. I do feel like I have the most to lose.
Yes, you do. That's a fact. That's a sensible
Hey,
fact.
Stan, can I get you to scoot your buzzer over a little bit? There we
He has
go.
a direct
Just need
line of sight.
Clean
Oh, yeah.
line
Can
of-
you
line of
hover like
sight.
this?
Yeah, it's all good. Just know that you can buzz before he's done reading the question, but he will stop reading when you buzz, so you better be ready.
Okay, here we go. First question. What rider did a backside rodeo 540 nose grab over pyramid gap? Really? Ooh. Back rodeo pyramid gap? I think it was.
Nick Baden.
That's correct. I think that was
No,
a cover
but
of
he-
Slush.
I didn't-
That was a cover of Slush.
Okay, hold on, but I don't think he was the first person to do that.
Who did it before?
Wait.
I
was
swear
it
there was
first person?
somebody. I think there was.
I don't.
Back
yeah.
rodeo nose? Tell me who did it.
Yeah.
I want to say somebody in a Kingpin movie, but I could be.
You're just making shit up.
Okay, I could be 1,000%
You just
wrong.
chime in
probably
the
am.
comments if
can't-
know what the
you
hell Bob's
can't
talking
assault
about.
it.
I don't know, but that's my vote.
I might be wrong too. Yeah, just light us up on the internet if this is fake news. I'm sorry. But I don't remember ever seeing it.
Actually, no, you're right. Nobody's ever done it because we wouldn't put it on the cover. So
That's right.
So did I get that right?
That was a trick so nice he got a cover twice, actually.
Yeah, you're on the board.
true.
You're on
I
the
should
board.
have gotten
Both
that.
mags.
All right,
Both
next question. What iconic pro snowboarder invested in High Cascade? You guys are...
Ami
Well,
V.
that actually might be correct. I didn't have that as an answer. This is more recent. I'll give that to you. The answer I was looking...
Shaun White.
Yeah, both are correct.
Yeah.
Give him...
Is that 2 points or is that
No.
just 1 point?
You're picking one or the other.
Yeah, you're...
Come on, I
you're
picked Stan to win. I gotta
You're
be
right.
humble.
I didn't think about like...
I don't know if
original
Ami
owners.
is.
2 points though. Come on.
I don't know the answer for sure, but...
We're giving him 1
Give him
point.
one.
Yeah.
We'll give him 1.
Okay, the snowboard video titled "The Garden" is named after what snowboarding zone? Anybody know this? The Garden.
Oh, my God.
Is it that Sonora Pass?
That's
zone?
correct. Sammy's in the lead.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, Sammy. Okay. A little bit more of an old head question here. What rider got the cover of Snowboarder magazine wearing a bunny suit?
JP Solberg?
That's correct. We're tied up 2-2. Which rider won the uninvited invitational this year?
Jess Perlmutter?
Damn, Stam takes the lead. This is a barn burner. Okay. And Silk, how many questions does Bob have right
I
so
would
far?
like to point out Bob has a 0.
I could have
Chris,
one, maybe.
could you please let us know when a question's going to be geared to Bob?
This one's geared to Bob.
Okay.
What two riders founded Bozrec? Sammy.
Yeah, that was
Nate
Sam.
Bozong and Matty Ryan.
That's correct. Tied 3-3.
Excellent job, Bob.
My hand wasn't ready. I'm sorry.
Okay, in a Bozrec movie, a rider falls, grabs their face, and asks the filmer, "Did something crack off?" Who is quoted saying that?
Anthem.
That's correct.
Yes.
He's on the board.
I got one.
He's on the board.
Take that, motherfuckers.
One of the best movie quotes of all time.
And
Did something crack off?
Some crack off.
Okay, who created Change That Vape?
Justin Meyer.
That's correct. Sammy in the lead right now?
Yeah, 4. Stan, you have 3.
Wow. Okay, what is Deadlong's real name?
Mark Eklund?
Hold on, that is not correct. You got to do a salt. I'll give you one.
I don't know who chimed in for.
Mark
you two are going at it.
Edlund.
There you go.
Mark Edlund.
Yep. The K in there.
Yeah, I like that you went full commit wrong name though. That's
Hey, you were close, but
Yeah, you were.
you-
Lungy
If
land.
you say it,
Yeah, sometimes
strong enough.
Yeah, sometimes confidence does.
It's lungy land, man, not lungy land.
that was way nugget while it
I love
lasted.
the salts, though. That's the thing. It's almost worth it.
This is one of my favorite questions I've ever came up with for this segment. Name a pro snowboarder with webbed feet.
Kurt Dog?
Yeah, that's correct. He has a webbed toe, but he has a singular webbed toe, but webbed feet sounds better.
Brock Crouch as well.
Oh, okay.
And he has a tattoo on it with like a dotted line and scissors. Great tattoo.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
There's two. That's good to know. Brock. I'll make a mental note of that. But I still think Sammy gets the point.
yes.
Last question.
Oh, fuck.
What rider in the film True Life wears a helmet?
Chris Duffy.
Sammy,
I beat you, dude.
Dude, I hit mine
he beat
before
me.
you.
won, right?
No.
Sammy got a W?
I'll put a replay on the screen, but it was definitely Sam.
I think I got it.
Wow.
I'm 2.
Sam, here you go.
Well, Sam is 7, so.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Good job, Sam.
Nice.
Great job.
Thanks, guys.
That's a pretty big win.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That was some heaters.
That was awesome.
That was major.
That was fun. I'm glad I got one.
Both these guys work at
Thanks
a
for
magazine.
beating the media. Let's go back to the why snowboard media is important question real quick.
All right, good stuff. We're gonna get into a quick interview. We caught up with Marcus Kleveland earlier today. All right, throw it on, Silk. All right, we got Marcus Kleveland on the line, fresh off of a trip down under. Marcus, how's the preseason snowboarding been going?
The preseason's been going pretty good. We were just down in Australia for some riding. You can't go wrong with going to Perisher and Threadbow. It was amazing to get some snow under the feet again. Definitely felt a little bit rusty the first couple of weeks, but yeah, it's nice to be back at it.
Dude, it's been really fun to watch the clips that have been coming out. It looks like to me you're having a lot of fun on your snowboard. Like it just looks like you're having a blast out there. Is that?
Yeah, I was having a very good time out there. I feel like I've kind of been missing the kind of like the slush shred and kind of just ride for the joy of it. Like last season was a lot of contests and couldn't really couldn't really do what I wanted to do, I guess. So it was nice to kind of just relax and do what snowboarding is all about down in Australia now.
Hell yeah, it's been fun to watch. I want to get into a couple things, couple tricks that I saw coming out, because it seems like you've kind of tapped into this this different level where it doesn't matter the axis, whether it's flat, whether it's flipped, whether it's corked, whether it's dipped. Like I feel like you just go off the jump and you can kind of fling yourself in any direction and then you just like can land. Is that what's going on? Can you tell me what's going on with all that?
No, it's definitely scary. That's for sure. I mean, I love doing the nose sputter nollies off the jump, and I started to play around a little bit with the toe side. I don't know, double corks, front doubles, to see where we can add on some more and kind of be a bit more creative with it. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure some new stuff out, and it's been working out a little bit, but still got some more things to work on.
I got a question about this. I don't know if you call it a nollie or a nose butter double back rodeo. I was scrubbing through it like frame by frame. And as you get
I'm kind of hooking an edge.
Dude, at the top of the lip, you're catching your edge. Like, talk me through that trick. And is it scary? Like, what's going on with that thing?
It's definitely a bit scary, especially on a jump like that, because the jump was kind of slushy and it's super easy to catch an edge. But like I've been doing a lot of knuckle huck and I've been doing a lot of the nollie or the nose sputter type things. And it's been kind of strange, kind of trying to transfer over to a regular jump. But as long as I don't catch an edge like I was doing in that video, it should be all good. But it's like, yeah, you just got to be a little bit careful and try not to make that happen.
So if I'm hearing you right, your process is like you kind of mess around on the knuckle with these tricks and then you just take it to a jump.
Yeah, it's been majority of the tricks that I've been trying to do now has been kind of coming from the knuckle huck stuff.
That's cool. I love to see on the rails too. There's been some fun ones like the back two, and then I don't know if you call it a Misty or Todio, kind of Japan. That was really fun. What inspired that move?
I remember doing it back in 2017. I did it on like the tall rail that we had back in Donbass. I just remember it being super scary. And then I came across Takeru's TikTok where he did a back to flip. And I was like, fuck, I need to try that trick again. Because it's like a super sick trick. And, you know, the shootout that they had in Perisher was like the perfect rail to try it again. So, yeah, I think just looking back to the 2018 times, and then also to carries. TikTok was kind of the things that wanted me to do it again.
So basically, you just kind of like think of a trick that's like pretty outlandish, and then you just basically go do it. Is essentially kind of what your process is.
Pretty much, yeah.
Dude, I think though a lot of these tricks, like the other one that I really love is the front board, the back rodeo 7 kind of dipper on the up rail. I feel like those are like going to be really spicing up some slope style runs. Obviously, we're going into an Olympic year. I'm curious. You're around all these dogs that are all chucking. Like, what is a slope style run look like this year going into an Olympic year?
It's hard to tell. I mean, we were just at the stomping grounds down in Threadbow, and a lot of crazy tricks have been happening there. A lot of spins and a lot of flipping. So I don't know what it like a typical slopestyle run would look like this year, but yeah, I guess it's gonna be a lot of flipping, a lot of spinning, and I feel like the one that kind of stands out the most, being the most creative, is the one that's gonna walk away with the top spot. But I know that it's gonna be super hard to really manage to put down a run like that, because everybody nowadays is freaking insane on the board. And you can really see that everybody's been putting in a lot of work during the summer to really, not miss anything going into this season. I've been kind of lacking a little bit. I've been kind of taking it super chill this summer just to like really be recharged for the season. But I'm hyped for the season as long as I'm staying like injury free, and we'll see where it takes us.
Where are you at with chucking into bags these days? You been chucking bag at all, or just straight to snow?
I haven't been chucking bag at all, to be honest.
I like that. Keeping it OG. Keeping it straight OG, straight to snow. No bag, no problem.
Oh, man. It's like bag jumps are fun, but at the same time, I don't really like it that much. Just like putting on different gear and just like snowboarding in the summer for like chucking it on a bag, it's like not really my type of thing. I mean, I have to do it to kind of stay in the game, but it's like I prefer snowboarding so much more. Just go out there and ride regular snow and just enjoy it for what it's worth and not because you have to do something.
Well said. Looking at, talking about bags, I think about the Japanese contingency. It looks like they're going pretty bonkers on the bag. But when I see you, the Norwegian contingency, you got your boy Mons up there. Are you guys just pushing each other? Because it looks like you two are just feeding off each other up there.
For sure. No, we have a really good connection, and it's like, such a good time just riding with him. Basically, the whole team, we just go up there, hype each other up, and just kind of film each other. And just like what everybody's wanting to do is, just feed off each other's energy. And that's what kind of, makes us being creative as well.
I love it. And then a lot of chucking off the toes I'm seeing frontside. A lot of frontside toe chucking from you two dogs. A lot of pop.
Yep. A lot of pop. I mean, fuck, it's so scary to go off the toes though. But I need to try and get more consistent with them. I want to do that nollie frontside triple todio again, but it's like the most scary trick that I've ever done. So we'll see.
Shit looks butter with nose grab. I love the nose grab on those. All right, I love hearing about like, how you move through the world. I feel like I've talked to you a little bit about this before, but like just be honest, dude. Don't bullshit it. Like walk me through a day. Like, cause I picture you go up, you go chuck all your moves, and then you just go home and fucking game. Is that what's going on? Or am I off with that?
No, you're not off at all. I feel like that's kind of like, that's my day. I wake up, I chill, because I feel like I'm a pretty chill person. It's like I don't stress at all. I feel like the more I stress, the less the less I get. So just chill, and then you head up to the mountain, just get all your tricks done. I feel like whenever I'm riding, I'm just trying to be as on it as possible. I don't want to do any warm-ups. I just want to do my tricks and then go on with my day. And then go back home, game, make music, do whatever, drive cars, and then go to sleep and do it all over again the next day.
Keep it simple. I love that. Did you say that you don't like to really do your warm-ups, you just get right into it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, just get it over with. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I just don't want to waste too much of my energy to do something that I know isn't going to change anything anyways.
Yeah, well said. Okay, another question I have. We were just up at Woodward Copper. We did bomb hole week, and I was doing some coaching with some people on the jumps, which I have no business doing with my atrocious fundamentals. But like, what I was telling a lot of them, it was just kind of like, slow it down, like don't rush it. Because a lot of that, I rush my tricks a lot, and I feel like since we have a black belt of jumping and air awareness, when you see kind of amateur riders coming up, people trying to learn tricks, do you have any pointers, like one thing that stands out that you could maybe say to help people with their jumping?
Well, if everybody, or if the majority of people have access to an airbag, I feel like that's a really good way to progress your tricks and to really get the air awareness that you're wanting to have. But if you don't, just kind of start off slow. Don't rush anything. I feel what I did last year, or especially like during X Games and stuff, I kind of rushed everything. I tried to do tricks that I was not really prepared for. And that's where accidents happen, and you don't want to do that. Like, you want to, take it easy and then work your way up to where you want to be. And I feel like that's the main tip. Just take it easy. Mm-hmm. You'll get there eventually. Yeah.
And don't drift on backside spins. I was watching you spin backside, dude. You go you drift, you goofy foot, you drift right sometimes. Or like basically dead straight. Dude, I come from the era of like hard left to right, regular foot back 7, making the jump 30, 40 feet longer. I'm watching you spin backside. It's like fucking, it seems like sometimes you drift right on those.
Yeah, you want to try to go as straight as possible. Yeah, but it's easier said than done. Because I have the same problem doing switch backside. It's like I can drift all over the place. But you just got to be focused and try to really work on the mistakes.
Perfect. Good stuff, Marcus. Well, thanks for taking the time. It's always a pleasure chatting. Thanks for putting out all that stuff on the internet. It's really fun to watch you snowboard and keep doing your thing, brother. So thanks for taking the time to call.
Thank you so much.
Okay, good chat. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, this is Chris Grenier. We're going to jump into Mount Rushmore. Worst places to snowboard. Bob Plumb, you're going first because you don't know anything in trivia.
All right, perfect.
Oh, geez, Chris, I have a fantasy football team, and I know drafting first is kind of like the worst because then we're doing a snake draft, and it's going to go all the way to Sam and then come back. So being in the middle is the best.
I'm in the sweet spot. Yeah. So just to kind of provide context,
we're glad you finally found the sweet spot.
For people that don't know Mount Rushmore, nice reference, Bob. For people who don't know Mount Rushmore, it's your top 4 picks, and then we're obviously going with worst places to snowboard. And we thought outside the box with this thing. Like, we're not talking about necessarily resorts. It can be street snowboarding. It can be backcountry. It can be really any location to ride a snowboard. Basically, where are the worst places to ride a snowboard? And we are each going to have 4 picks, and we're going to start with Bob. Do a snake draft. Go ahead, Bob. First pick. Worcester, Massachusetts.
Worcester, Mass. I went on a trip there. I've been shooting snowboarding for a while. It was the fucking worst place for spots I've ever been in my entire life. There were no spots except at schools. And it also rained, like I'm talking fucking pissing rain. And then the next day it froze and was 60-mile-an-hour winds.
Bob, I'm just gonna say it's an ice cold take. Filmed a lot of majority of my video parts in Worcester, Massachusetts. And it has provided great.
And you know what's crazy? Nobody remembers those parts.
Well played, my friend. So P1, he went with Worcester. Terrible take. Stan, you're up next.
Okay. For my first pick, I'm going to go scaffolding jump.
Okay.
I think that anyone telling you they're enjoying hitting a scaffolding jump is lying to you. I think that, and I'm actually going to go a step further, and I know you guys won't, but I'm gonna actually assign a president to each of these. Okay, so for the scaffold,
bro, I don't even know who's on Mount Rushmore.
I know you don't. And so I'm gonna go scaffolding jump. Terrible place. If you want to snowboard in a stadium, maybe you should have fucking worked harder and gotten to the MLB. I don't know. And I'm gonna give that one to Abe Lincoln. Because they're just big and awkward. So I'm going to connect Abe Lincoln to
Wow.
that.
Whoa.
This is an elaborate take.
Yeah, I'm going deep on that.
You're a comedian.
Okay, I guess I'm up. I'm on the board here. I'm going to go with the Timberline exclusive halfpipe. Not that I think that a halfpipe's a bad place to snowboard, but these private pipes where you got to pay $260 additional to your lift ticket a day or what. I made that number up. I don't know how much it is.
Well, and you need I heard some insane number. It's not only because I thought about starting a GoFundMe to try and get in.
Yeah.
But you actually need $1 million life insurance policy, which is why if you try and get in as an individual, they're like, can you get in with one of the teams? That you need some crazy insurance policy.
And if you really think about where we came from growing up, just I grew up hiking the pipe at Mount Snow, and I fucking love halfpipe. I think it's really fun. I think kids would love it if there was more mini pipes around, and halfpipes are just great in general. But then to take this thing and make it as exclusive as humanly possible, and then freak out on anyone that comes within a 50-foot radius of this thing, not even touching it. If you go near it, they just have a meltdown. So I would say that's my P1 of worst places to snowboard on planet Earth.
I feel like Shannon Dunn said it in a slush thing with you guys the other day. It's all the greats were made in the pipe, homie. That's how it's the evolution of the sport's kind of been through the pipe in so many ways. But
Okay, what's your pick, Sam?
Night spots. Don't ask me to go to a night spot.
Okay, why?
Cause, bro, I'm trying to be chilling. I want to get my shit done during the day, homie. I definitely don't want to go to a night spot, but that's just,
Okay, night spot. I like it. You're right back on the board. It comes right back to you. It's a snake draft.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think too much about this.
Well, you have a huge list in front of you. You can pull
I
from.
know. I'm trying to have a couple off the top of my head. Alta. Fuck Alta.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. But I would argue, frankly, that's one of the best places that you could snowboard because you're not allowed to.
Okay.
Because it's illegal or whatever the fuck it is, it's kind of sick to snowboard there because they're bummed.
True.
So that makes it kind of cool.
So basically you're saying Sam has an ice cold take.
Yeah,
people might like it though. I don't know.
It's good though because it's getting hot in here. We needed something to cool this.
Okay, well said. I guess I'm back on the board here. I'm going to say in the streets, filmed a lot of different locations. Schools usually yield pretty good results. I'd say the worst results I've ever yielded from a spot in the streets are retirement homes. There's a lot of people with not a lot of stuff going on. I got a lot of respect for the elderly community. This isn't the shots fired at them, I get passed by some guys driving slow in front of me and they're old. I'm like, he's fucking old. I can't get mad. He's an old guy. I got a lot of respect for him. But when it comes to snowboarding, they are really quick to kick you out. I've never had a successful clip at a retirement home, and they always have good spots. Stan, you're up next.
Yeah, and fun fact, another name Chris uses for the bomb hole studio is his retirement home.
Bing.
Okay, I'm going to call out a direct place for my second pick, and I'm going to go for Buffalo, New York.
Ooh, okay.
I think that you get lured to Buffalo because they get all that lake effect snow, and you show up.
This is notorious.
Dog shit every time. You never, for the clip to trip ratio on Buffalo is low. It's low. So I'm going to go Buffalo.
I would
New York.
second that.
Yeah.
I'm up. Maybe I'll just throw a photographer joke in here for my second and go, the down bar. It's just so uninteresting. I mean, my God. I don't care. You go hard way, regular way, switch way. It's just like, fuck it. I'm not there. I'm not shooting it. No, I'm just kidding. Down bars are dope. But I'm going to just say that as a joke. Okay, I'm up again. How about the dry slope? I don't know. I've never tried it, but I probably wouldn't make it to the bottom. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Those are two good answers. Go ahead, Stan.
Okay. For my third pick, I'm going to go Mount Everest. Okay. That one, it's like, okay, 29,000 feet. It's negative 40 degrees and 100-mile-an-hour winds. Get over yourself. If you're up there, you hear about people trying to snowboard on Everest. Get fucked, buddy. Go run a marathon or something. I don't care. And that one is obviously going to be George Washington. I know no one else is doing this, but Mount Everest would be George Washington. It's the most obvious one. Everyone knows it. So thank you.
That's a great take. I'll just jump right in here. I'm just going to go ahead and go with aluminum rails. We've all been there. They invite you in. It's a good looking rail. Absolutely deadly as soon as you start going sideways. Aluminum rails. Final answer, pick 3. Go ahead, Sammy.
Dry slope. I'm not good at them.
I mean, he already took it. It's a draft, so you can't pick the same team twice.
Did you say dry slope?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like you can't pick.
That's when you were like laughing hysterically at me. It's good to know that.
Yeah.
Your mind was someplace else.
Yeah, I'll say cemetery spots. It's not nice. Yeah. Although I've broken that rule before, so.
All right, this is your final pick here. Pick wisely. You got one more.
Just like unrealistic challenge rails.
That's a good take.
Putting in a lot of work, shoveling, and it just might not actually happen. Yeah, like fuck.
Well said.
Which is any
Have you had
rail.
one of those recently or something?
Could be.
It's any rail if you're
just,
Bob.
Just generally speaking, sometimes you're just at spots for days on end. You're kind of like, fuck, how many days are we coming back?
Oh, yeah. When Sexton pulls up to a rail and he's like, oh, this is the one you want to hit? You're like, okay, I guess we're fucked for the rest of the day. All right, my last pick. I'm just gonna end with Edmonton. I love people from Edmonton. Great humans, great hockey team. Love Connor McDavid. They've produced some great talent out of that region. I just went on a trip there. It's flat. It is devastatingly cold. The bungee didn't work. We would have to put the bungee on the car heater to get speed. It's one of the worst trips I've ever had in my life. So my final pick's Edmonton. Stan, I'll throw to you.
Okay, for my final one, can't believe no one picked this one. It's pretty obvious. The Chernobyl exclusion zone in Ukraine. This is what I'm going with. That one seems pretty self-explanatory. In 1986, a safety test. One of the reactors went catastrophically wrong. Massive nuclear explosion in the mountains of Ukraine. There's an abandoned winter city there. That's got to be easily one of the worst places you can snowboard. So, yeah. And that one, by the way, is Thomas Jefferson because it's the most fucked up. That was the most fucked up one. Did the most fucked up things.
Wow, Stan, these are great answers. All right, so that does it. That's everybody's got 4 picks. Bob's got one more.
I got one more.
Sorry.
Let's think. Maybe like a heartbreaking one now. Because it was my favorite place through the years to go hang out and shoot photos, and it has now become the worst place to go because you get a ticket no matter what, is Rail Gardens. Heartbreaking. But we've lost it. And we get a ticket every time.
Yeah, but it's kind of a great place to go snowboard.
That's what I'm saying. It's the best place ever.
Yeah,
so it's like the most heartbreaking
that would be
thing.
under great places. That it's not the worst place to snowboard. Like it's actually a great place.
But it isn't anymore because you get these huge tickets and huge fines.
Okay.
So it's like a heartbreaking one. I mean, I guess I could switch it up too because I see what you're saying. Like maybe it'd be more like for the other people.
No, stick to your guns.
Okay.
Stick to your guns. Terrible pick, but stick to your guns. Stick to your guns. All right, that does it. Our Mount Rushmore. I think that was pretty good. I'll run through a couple notable ones we got on here. Any spot with a bungee, Utah, Utah in general. We got roof gaps, wall splats, airbags, skate park in parentheses, desperation spot. You know you're in a bad place when you end up at a skate park on a trip. Knobbed rails.
I think you got to point out sandboarding just because we're wearing Sam's shirt and he's sandboarding in the shirt.
Good point.
And then I have high-speed spring snow corn cheese wedge. So, if you ever hit a spring jump that's high speed, the tomahawks are violent. But that's pretty much it. That was a good Mount Rushmore. All right, we're going to fire up a couple Instagram questions. The first one I have is Silk. Why don't you go to that first one because it's an absolute heater.
All right, this question is from Sean Y. Mon. And here's the question. Does anyone ever tell Taxwood he looks like young Jackie Earl Haley kid from Bad News Bears? And I have a photo here.
Yeah,
just for reference.
Damn.
Wow.
Pretty incredible.
I've never got that one, but sure, that dude looks
It's
dope.
a great movie.
Smoking a dart. He looks pretty good.
That's
yeah.
especially when he
Thank you.
lets the hair get going. He's in a buzz phase right now, but when he lets it go, it's like, I see it.
I kind of got these bays going, like my hair is receding a little bit off the forehead. That's kind of creating a bay back there. But, I'm sticking with the short hair these days.
Yeah.
Little Rasheed Wallace going on. Love to see it. Okay. All right, we're going to keep things moving. This is a good topic. This is from Austin Verdugo. How do you feel about a fantasy aspect for snow and X Games leagues for the fans? Stan, I feel like you probably have a take on this.
I don't. I mean, sure. I guess so you pick a team. How would it work? I guess it was my question. Like you maybe you get a roster. Maybe you pick a podium or something for each event, and how close you are. Maybe you get points. Or
the problem is we have no idea how the fantasy league actually works.
Yeah. So first step's gonna want to be X Games tells us what the league is. That's step one. And Snow League does more than one event a year. That's step one. We get an actual league going. I think for the fans, it's probably cool. I think if you can make money off it, people would love that. I think that would be great. If we could get to a point where me as a civilian betting on these people can make as much money as a pro snowboarder, which is totally conceivable, that would be cool. If I could start cashing in.
Gambling is great for all sports, as you all know. Like if you
Jimmy
are
Wilkins
financially
bet on the Olympics for skate,
he made $42,000.
dude, that's fucking sick.
That's what I'm saying. We got to be doing that shit because it actually does feel like we have an unfair advantage in a way.
The only thing we actually are probably qualified to bet on.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the NFL where we know nothing, but we're in fantasy football leagues. It makes no sense.
I'm just thinking for the show, like you get DraftKings in here. Woo! The studio's going to get real nice quick,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would also, and it would actually help, I think, build a more contentious relationship between riders and the fans, which would be cool. They'd be like, God damn it. Fucking mad at whoever. They're just mad at fucking Hiroto Juara because he doesn't land at 24. They're like, oh, I hate
Somebody
this guy.
gets just bodied. There's like a bunch of people pissed off at the bottom.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think, sure, like whatever gets people into snowboarding is good by me, unless it's, well, I shouldn't say that. That really opens the door for a lot of fucked up shit. But
All right, next question is from Victolu. For Bob, what do we think about the new generation of photographer? Name some you like.
Ooh. I like this. I think it's sick. I think it's dope that there's still young, up-and-coming photographers. I'd say probably my favorite, I mean, he's kind of been in the mix a bit, but he is a little bit younger than a lot of us, is Liam Glass. He's out of Canada, shoots the streets. He's really dope. Jack Daw, he's also probably around the same age for the
Young
backcountry
and
dude.
up-and-coming?
But I mean, yeah, but he's, I don't know. He's been like in the mix now for what, like heavy for 3 years.
Bob's like prehistoric, so Jack's
Jack's renew.
just kidding, but
Okay, next question. This is from Patrick Jones.
Terrible answer. Okay, let's move on.
09. People agree methods get too much shine.
Oh.
What are your favorite grabs and why is it a stale fish? Anybody have any takes on that? Methods get too much shine.
That sounds like, and if I may, I bet that kid's method sucks.
Coming from someone that has a mean method, Stan, like
Stan doesn't have a
yourself.
good method.
Oh, now we have a good method. Okay, we did.
I always said you did.
Yeah, we did it on the episode when Katie said it, and Chris laughed out loud.
That's because
My
Chris
favorite
has
method
a
is
terrible
Stan. Chris was like, I mean, yeah, I think I'm a huge fan of the indie poke, honestly, outside of the method. I get what he's saying about method. I mean, the one thing about method is it's the only grab really that is only done by itself, right? Like, so you don't see someone doing back three method, I guess is what I mean to say. So that's what makes it a cool grab. Also, it's one of the only grabs where if you're grabbing Euro, it's like one of the only acceptable grabs to grab between binding and nose. Otherwise, it's like Tindy.
I actually think it's an ice cold take. Like, I think to do a really good method to do it well is extremely difficult,
super hard,
and like I
been
suck at
struggling
methods
my whole life
and I wish
with that
and
one.
so I admire them deeply. And they photo well.
Oh yeah, love a method photo.
Yeah, if you're just going big, fucking grabbing backside, people are usually pretty fucking hyped. You're probably on the cover of a mag or some shit.
A nice stale fish, incredible grab. Bad stale fishes though look do
bad.
not look good.
Yeah.
You need to
It
get
is
that thing tweaked.
It's a hard one to tweak.
Yeah.
I'm also a fan of nose grab in general in a clip. If someone's spinning or rodeo or whatever, just it looks good. I don't know that the body positioning that you're in, you're extended a little. It's nice.
You guys fuck with the air traffic control.
What are we talking?
You grab like Euro, like you would go to method, but you don't tweak method. You just wham your back foot like straight like straight down like a rudder on a boat or something.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
kind of like catch the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's an OG
That's
one,
I just learned that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Griff and I love the air traffic.
Next question is from Andy Dalton. Is white space valid? Are they rider owned? Stan, since you're laughing, I'll let you take this one.
I mean, when the name came out, it was kind of like an odd time to name your brand White Space. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah. Is white space valid? I mean, okay. I think giving seating boards to little kids everywhere is valid. I think that white space has done a great job with that. It's actually like they've I'll tell you who I think is sweating now that white space is on the scene. Never Summer. I feel like they're like, damn, you just stole our fucking market. But is it valid? Sure, yeah, sure. Why not?
I feel like you're not saying what you really think, Stan.
Well,
he's dancing.
He's dancing. He is dancing.
I don't have a good, I just don't have a good reason that it's not, I guess. Yeah. Is it rider owned? That's a good question. I don't know. I'd have to start doing some digging.
Yeah.
And that I'd hate to make a statement about that without really getting in there. But I could see that he would have a hand in the design. Let's do a white stripe on everything. So I don't know. I think I wouldn't ride one, but if I saw Mark Klavan in some white space shit, I'd be gassed up. So like that, it's different strokes for different folks.
Hold on. Sean White hands you a white space board. Mm-hmm. You're not going to ride it. You are. You're lying.
No, I wouldn't.
Really?
I wouldn't.
Why not?
I wouldn't.
It's fucking Sean White.
Bob would be like freaking stiffy grabbing over like a little jump, like white space, motherfucker.
Yeah. I'd have Sean coach me.
This year when we were filming the duels, we had to in Jackson, we were with Travis. This is not connected to Sean, this is about Travis. And we go out and it's like a tough sled zone that we got to get out to. And I was doubling with someone and we get back to the truck. And when we're out there, we're building the jump. Travis and I are just up there building the jump. And he's like, hey man, you ever try my bindings? And I was like, no, I haven't. He's like, I'll get you a pair. And I'm like, okay, word, hell yeah. So then we fucking go on this huge sled down and he fucking walks up to me with a box in the sled lot. And he's like, here you go, buddy.
Wow.
And I better see you in these tomorrow. I was like, okay.
Did he see you in them?
Yeah, I put them on. They're a little stiff for me.
Oh, yeah? A little too high performance?
They're Falcor.
Yeah, the Falcor. Yeah.
Yeah.
A
little too high performance.
Falcor.
Yeah. They have, I'm not a forward lean guy.
Okay.
And they have a little bit of natural forward lean on them.
Neither is Bob, if you can tell by how he doesn't bend his legs.
Dude, I watched Bob nose press his drop in up on Mount Superior a couple winters ago.
Okay, actually, back to the white space is a valid thing. I actually do have a point here. I don't think that they've done anything in terms of creating a team that is valid. Like, I don't think
there's
that
people like there's kids that are like the young contest kids ripping on their boards.
Yeah. I think that like they put people on white space boards. I think that like them being a company, sure, like they can, whoever that wants can make fucking line skis is now pressing snowboards. You know, like whoever wants can make a snowboard. I'd say they don't really have like a team. I've been waiting for that for white space until I can say what I really like. Is it valid? I don't know. They haven't like made a team. You know, so I want to see the team.
Speaking of team, let's just say hypothetically, Sammy, they approach you, fat Connie. What's your number?
Dude, a lot. A fuckload of money for sure.
All right, we'll keep things
like,
moving.
what are we
here.
talking? Like, what's the right
What if they
space
throw
for
a
white
10-year
space?
contract at you, Sam?
Yeah,
We're going
10-year?
10-year.
but not for that much money, you know? It's like 10-year, but like kind of what you're making now from Nitro, but 10
Which
years.
is
Homie's sweating right now.
Canute, I hope you're listening.
I would need a milli for sure.
Over 10 though, that's not that much. I mean,
That's $100,000 a year.
yeah, that's actually that is a lot. Never mind.
Let me know when they need a staff photog.
My math is a little off there. Just thinking,
yeah, Big Burgundy's doing better than I thought.
no, that's healthy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lizard King here. And I've got a fantastic new product for you. It's Run Through a Wall nasal strips. Eucalyptus flavored, 30 in a pack. And it will make your life 25% better. Do you sleep next to someone that's constantly snoring, ruining your life, making it so you're groggy, grumpy, and angry in the morning? Buy them some nasal strips from runthroughawall.com. It's a fabulous website. We've got breathing salts. We've got nasal strips. Go to runthroughawall.com, type in Lizard King at the checkout, and you can get yourself 10% off. Good to see you.
Hello, Bumhole listeners. Nick Raz here, live from beautiful Agenda Bine, Australia. I want to talk today about the Nidecker Need to Know. Each week for the rest of the year, you can get yourself a chance to win a beautiful snowboard just like this one. This is the Sensor Team, which I love. It's very stable whether I'm riding rails, jumps, or just taking some laps with my buds. So all you have to do is head over to the Bumhole's Instagram and answer this question. Who do you think is the best snowboarder to come out of Quebec, Canada? So leave your answer in the comments and we will pick our favorite ones. Let's get back to the show.
Hey, I got my own hot take question to ask you.
Okay, Bob.
Did they ban or make these smelling salts illegal or something? They're really good. I mean, we're hitting one now.
They are good. Yeah. Well, what happened was that NFL, a lot of players use smelling salts.
For
and
what?
They did just to get jacked up before a drive or whatever, just to kind of like.
I'm going for a drive. Let's fucking get in the car.
No, dude,
Like
a
that?
drive in football.
Oh, you mean like first down and 10?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Bob. But what they did is they like did this huge thing that's like NFL banned smelling salts, but then it was just the teams can't provide them. Players can bring their own salts, they can hit salts, they can do salts. So it was actually a great little media. We got a huge spike in sales because of it, because everybody's like, it's banned, it's unbanned. And then they were thinking about salts and they bought them.
Dude, I think you should start trying to sign some NFL players. I'd be
We
your
reached out to
athlete
George
manager.
Kittle. We sent him a box. We sent a few NFL Gronk's podcast. They wanted some, so we sent them. We've been sending salts out to some NFL players, so who knows if they'll show up or not. But we'll keep this show moving here. Why don't we get into Stan's mystery segment? Okay, Stan, we don't know what it is.
Yeah, very excited.
Okay.
He hasn't provided us any details as to what it is.
Wait, hold on. Did you bring music? Because like each section has a
Don't
theme.
you worry.
Oh, he's got a theme song.
Don't
You got a
worry.
theme song? Here we go.
Here we
you
go.
worry.
Here we go. And welcome to the first ever episode of Travis Rice or Ancient Wisdom.
Welcome to the ultimate clash of brains and boards. The show where you must decide, is this a quote from legendary snowboarder Travis Rice or from centuries of philosophers? That's right. Was the quote spoken by T. Ricky or scribbled in a dusty tome of philosophy? Can you tell the difference? Or will you wipe out on the truth? This is Travis Rice or Ancient Wisdom.
Okay.
Wow, that was incredible.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Here's how this is going to work. Okay. I'm going to read a quote. And at the end of the quote, I'm going to need your help, Silk, actually, as just scorekeeper. At the end of the quote, I'm going to ask the simple question, was that Travis Rice? And you have to raise your hand if you believe that it was Travis Rice who said that quote. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I do have one more thing to add.
Right in the front.
Okay. First quote. Adventure is what you make it. And whether it's the travel, the discovery, or just the feeling of letting go, the only way you'll ever find out is to get there and do it. Show of hands. Is this Travis Rice?
I'm saying Travis Rice.
Saying yes.
Yes.
That is correct. Travis Rice. Art of Flight. Okay. Next quote. We have to dare to be ourselves. However frightening or strange that self might prove to be. Is this Travis Rice?
I'm saying no.
No one on this one?
If no one's doing it, I'll say yes, it's Travis Rice.
That is not Travis Rice. That is philosopher May Sarton. Okay. Next quote. You are at the mercy of your own decision making. Is this Travis Rice?
I'm saying yes.
That is correct. Yeah. Travis Rice in a Japanese magazine said that. Okay.
Yes.
Here we go. Next quote. Authenticity is a collection of choices that we have to make every day. It's about the choice to show up and be real. The choice to be honest. Is this Travis Rice?
The honest at the end kind of threw me off. I'm going no.
Yes.
That is not Travis Rice.
Bob's in the lead.
That is Brene Brown. Okay.
Damn it.
Okay. Next quote. Self-discovery takes us to some of the wildest places on earth. Is this Travis Rice?
I'm saying yes.
I'm saying yes.
Hands up, Bob.
Yes.
That's correct. That is Travis Rice.
Damn, Bob's batting 1,000.
Okay.
End it there.
Next quote. The only journey is the journey within.
Oh my gosh.
Is this Travis Rice?
I think it is.
Going yes.
I think it is.
That is not. That is not Travis Rice. That is philosopher
Sam and I are tied.
Rainier Rilke.
Sam's tied. You guys are tied.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Next quote. If we want authenticity, we have to initiate it. Is this Travis Rice?
I'm saying yes.
That's correct. National Geographic magazine interview in 2011. Travis Rice said that. And finally, final quote. Experiencing the world through secondhand information isn't enough. If we want authenticity, we have to initiate that. We will never know our full potential unless we push ourselves to find it.
I'm saying yes.
That is Travis Rice. That is Travis Rice.
Wow,
Bob is our winner.
Is that it? Bob.
Wow.
I'm a big fan of Travis. What can I say?
Welcome to the ultimate clash of
Thank you guys for playing the first ever episode of Travis Rice or Ancient Wisdom.
Good job, Stan.
Thank you.
That was fucking incredible.
Yeah, what a fucking great
You asked
segment.
me to come on the podcast, but I'm not gonna fuck around, dude. I'm gonna come here.
You're coming correct.
Yeah, we're gonna do this shit.
The bar is really high now. For
You're kind of
future
fucking everybody
guests.
up right now,
Yeah.
Stan.
It's kind of media mogul on media mogul.
Wow. Okay, where do we go from there?
Sam and I are just excited to be your sidekicks on the show. Sam's your sidekick. I'm Stan's.
Wow, you kind of redeemed yourself there, Bob, after the run through wall trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you have a
I'm a big
do you have a
Travis
prize?
fan.
Do you have a prize for him?
Oh no. Didn't think about that.
Good shit. Wow. All right. Well, we still got heater clips later in the show we're going to hit. And we have a couple more Instagram questions we're going to hit. And then we are going to bring in Squid to talk about our bomb hole copper trip. Before we do that, let's rip through a couple Instagram questions here. Oh, this is a good question. This is from Norm, also Slush alumni. We not alumni. He's currently working there.
Current class.
Current employee. Yeah.
Current class. Yeah.
Norm says, Stan and Bob, who's funnier between you two?
Oh.
Hey,
Stan has stand up.
And what do you have?
I don't know. Just some jokes out there, the same ones I've said for the last 15 years.
yeah, Stan's got new material. Bob just kind of runs through the Rolodex.
They call that regurgitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, there's an element for me that's like a physical comedy, right? I think looking at me is pretty funny. I think I have a funny looking face.
Gap
so
tooth.
that helps. I am missing a tooth if I need to.
Actually, we have a question about that.
Okay.
Rafi Gucci wants to know, at my son Stan, is your tooth correct since Big Snow?
It's fake, and I can take it out. So I kind of like.
Why don't you get that thing fixed, just out of curiosity? Is it like crazy to get an implant?
And welcome to the most exciting part of the show, where I talk about a dental procedure I could have had. The short answer is, I got knocked so far into my skull that they had bone like fully knocked out of my jawline. So I would have to get a bone graft, which might not take, and that takes a couple months. Then they have to do like a reverse drill bit thing. Basically, it's like a 6-month process. Also, like Halloween is so tight when you're missing a front tooth. Every costume that you have is better. The big problem really is that they're pretty expensive, and I like misplace the tooth a lot, which isn't very sanitary. But I'll recently in Vermont, I accidentally spit it into a lake, and
does it float?
No. I luckily caught it on a falling leaf down scenario. I mean, my luck with the tooth is insane. But if there is like a dentist out there, is there influencer dentists? Do you know, Silk? Because if I could get like a kind of like influencer dentist to be like, we're going to fix this, whatever. They want to put a gem on it or something. But no, tooth isn't really fully fixed. It depends on who I'm around, whether or not I take it out or not.
Okay, we're going to keep things moving. Good answer. Roadrunner Productions wants to know, Bob, what's your favorite photo you've ever taken?
Ooh, favorite photo I've ever taken.
Private photos don't count.
Of myself in the mirror. Shit. Probably that Keegan photo that we talked about.
Just because it's the most recent one on your mind? Is that why?
Probably.
Just can't think of anything
Only
else?
one I can
Probably.
think of.
Any photo of Big Biz Liz, a.k.a. the Lizard King, a.k.a. Mike Plumb, or probably that Keegan photo.
Okay, we're going to keep things moving. A little more serious question to provide some actual information to these listeners. Havard Lund, I totally fucked up your tag. I'm sorry. How do you get a job related to snowboarding in countries without big brands? In parentheses, Norway. Basically, how do you get a job in the snowboard industry if you don't live in North America? Maybe would be.
So, for starters, you're going to want to be completely bald. And have like a huge forehead. And you're going to want to come up with like a quick, quirky tagline, like boom, and you say it all the time. And that's the playbook.
If you're Norwegian, 100%.
Yeah, if the listeners are wondering,
I feel like Norway's
making
like
fun
easy.
of Knut Eliasson right there, just to kind of fill you guys in.
Norwegian, though.
Who is Norwegian?
Yeah, it is Norwegian. Yeah, I don't know, just get tied into your local scene and shit happens.
Just move to Salt Lake. Everybody else does.
All right.
I think there's also real answer is there's probably a lot of energy drink ability regionally in all those countries, even if a brand isn't based there, like energy drinks is a way in, and then you can kind of move over to snowboarding.
All right, we got a question for Sam. This is from MS Masta Took, I think. MST Took. Sorry again. What's Sam's favorite rail and jump clip from Landline, and what makes it so special to him?
Oh, wow. A rail clip. There's the front board on the triple kink. Double kink. I don't give a shit. It's got two flats.
How many kinks?
2 flats.
Why is
Jump
it special?
clip.
Why is it special?
I don't know. I think I separated my shoulder like 2 tries before the one that's in the video. So I just overcame some adversity and no, I'm just kidding. I was able to like kind of run on adrenaline and do it better. And then jump clip, I don't know. Probably the frontside 9 at out the Hurley Road in Wiss.
Woo, it's a heater. All right, another question for you. For Sam, this is from Nick Jones. For Sam, what's the go-to board in the streets and why?
T1 for sure. It's got a rail killer edge. It's definitely going to hold up a lot more on the stairs. But yeah, I ride a Team Pro or a T1 in the streets. Those are my go-tos. Yeah.
All right, we got another question. This is a great opportunity to throw some homies completely under the bus. Love this question. This is from Little Macaw. Who's crushing the most beers during the off season? Any names that come to mind?
Everybody.
That's kind of a cop out of an answer. Who's been deleting can?
Chip.
Chip. Yeah, that is true. Not my son. Good friend that lives right the road. Chip's been deleting beers. That's a fact. I feel like a lot of the Brown boys have been tossing them back.
Yep.
Where do we think Riley Nickerson's in? Like, we were just with Riley before. He wants to get on the podcast, by the way. He asked us to bring that up.
He's ready to be on the next show. He's in town for 3 days.
Oh, he's in town right now?
Yeah. Picked him up at the airport with Stan this morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably some Canadians up there doing good work on the can crushing.
Yep. Couple of homies in Encinitas.
Mickle's always I don't know. I haven't checked in with him on it, but Mickle would be maybe a safer guess.
Solid count.
Yeah.
He's throwing him back. What about the Ferg? Like Ben Ferg, I feel like gets after it now.
Ben's healing right now.
Yeah,
he's healing. So I think he's...
Gabe's probably doing pretty good.
Gabe,
he's in Australia right now.
Big Air, Baden. Yeah, they're up there. They're pretty elite. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. I feel like Mark Mick gets after it from time to time.
It's quite possible.
Allegedly
crushing cans.
But he's also getting ready for an Olympic year, so that could be off.
Big year.
All right, you guys are kind of not trying to throw your friends under the bus, which I don't like.
I mean, I'm known to delete
I'm just a little MIA from the party
too,
scene these days, personally.
Same.
Ever since the naked arrest.
Exactly.
I'm trying to slow it down.
Craig McMorris wants to know, Stan, what's your favorite Eminem song?
Oh, wow. Well, I guess I'm sure he wants me to say Stan, but I mean, I'm going to go like Real Slim Shady is probably my personal favorite. I'd say the one that I could most easily rap would be Rap God.
Can we get a bar?
No, that's only funny, I guess, if you know that song, because I could never rap it. Yeah, cute question, Craig. It's not a good question if the joke is in the. There's no punchline available.
Files
for me
are in the computer.
So, Craig.
So he wanted you to say Stan.
I got a lot to delete from this episode.
And last question. This is from Princess Menace, a.k.a. Egg. She wants to know, do you clap when the plane lands?
No.
I think that's a solid question.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
No.
I never have, but I could imagine a situation that I would clap when the plane lands.
Heavy turbulence.
Scary ass flight.
Yeah, I've been on planes where people clap.
No, I mean like if someone like brought a guitar, hit a quick solo, like subway art performance.
Okay.
And I would hit a clap at the end. That seemed like it was going to be funnier to me when I started it.
This is pretty fun. Now we know what it's like to go to one of your stand-up shows.
Great place to practice some material, Stan.
Can anybody do
on a
the
podcast
cricket noise?
Yeah. That's good.
All right. We're going to bring in Squid, and we're going to talk about our Woodward Copper trip. Hang tight.
All right. We're going to take a brief intermission to discuss some incredible offers from our incredible friends over at Woodward Park City. Get your child's snowboarding adventure started correctly at Woodward Park City. Whether they're making their first turns or mastering front boards, Woodward Park City has a wide range of classes for all ages and all skill levels. If you're interested in progressing, head on over to woodwardparkcity.com.
All right, the folks over at Yeti made another great product. We're talking about the Hopper M20 soft backpack cooler. Now, this thing is a cooler that looks like a backpack. It's got shoulder straps, and you're hands-free with this bad Larry. You can go anywhere. And it's summer coming up, warm weather. You know what's nice on a warm day is an ice-cold beverage, maybe a sandwich. So you can load this thing up with all your drinks, all your food, chuck some ice in there, and then it's got a magnetic seal at the top so you can seal in all that cold air, load it up full of beers, and you are a golden god on any adventure. You're going kayaking, you're dialed. You're going skateboarding, you're dialed. You're going on a hike, you're dialed in. So check out the Hopper M20 soft backpack cooler. The Hopper M20 is the cooler that goes where other coolers can't. Get dialed in. Okay, we're going to break down our week at Woodward Copper Adult Camp. We dropped an edit. It's on our YouTube if you haven't seen it. Shout out to Jan, a.k.a. Jan Cena, a.k.a. What other AKAs we got? Jonathan Buckhouse. We referenced him.
Fire.
We had...
Jan Walker.
Jan Walker.
Fire.
Yep. I had Yannick Skywalker, but anyway, he cooked up a heater edit. We were in Colorado, which is Squid's homeland. Squid's been packing some boxes over here at the Bomb Hole, and he was MVP of the trip. Couple things off the rip I just want to say. I've completely changed my take. I am pro Colorado. Pro-Rado, diehard boarders there. And it was adult campers only, which these people pay their own way to go. They take time off work. They love being there. And I don't think we could have asked for a better crew while we were up there. Let's run through the squad. We had Zeb Powell.
Zeb, yep. Joey B, how you doing?
Torstein.
Joey Fava, Torstein, Yanni, Chris, Seth.
Luke G, Keith and Rory were in the mix. Holden Barth, HB. So we'll get it right into highlights here. Squid was the MVP of the trip. And basically there was a night where we were at the bar. I left early, but what proceeded to happen from there, Squid?
Man, it was pretty dope. Ran up some karaoke. You know.
What song do you sing?
My Own Worst Enemy by Lit.
Yep.
That's my go-to.
Killed it.
It's fire. It was mad fun. Yeah, it was sick.
And then what happened?
We were chilling out on the front stoop, and we were talking about jumping into the pond. 'Cause Cody jumped into the pond, pretty legendary clip. And basically, Joey Fava was like, "I'll give you $100 if you do it right now." I was like, "Fuck, that's easy bread." So run over.
I'm packing boxes at the Bomb Hole. That's my salary.
Yeah, fuck.
I could up my tax bracket
straight
on this
up.
one jump.
And it ran up to 140.
Yeah, I got ran up to 140. Joey B and Holden threw down 20 each. But yeah, fucking ran over to the pond, got down into the boxers, jump in the pond, cold as fuck. Had to swim like from me to you. Fucking thought I was gonna die. Get out, throw my pants on. Everybody's like, "You gotta go in the bar, like shirtless, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "All right, let me put my shoes on at least." They're like, no shoes. We're chilling there, fucking laughing and shit. And I think it was Keith fucking puts a smelling salt in my nose, and yeah, I threw up.
No way. The smelling salt to dry heave clip is all time.
Whoa.
Actually, keep talking, but I'm going to pull it up on my phone and play the audio so people can hear it.
Yeah, so basically run back to the bar. I'm in jeans, just jeans, soaking wet. Run in, try to get a beer. Bartender made me put my shirt back on, but he didn't know I didn't have shoes on. Yeah, that was about it.
Hold, just listen closely to the smelling salt to throw up clip. Here we go.
It's in there.
Yeah. Those things are pretty fucked.
That's the Mulligan's drunk laugh in the background for sure.
Yeah, that was Joey Fava.
Oh, yeah.
Who was also elite.
Best laugh ever, too. That shit's infectious.
For the listeners who have also never had the distinct pleasure of being in Copper in the summer, what Mulligan's is there is really a interesting and special thing because you're so cooped up. I like to call it the island. Like you're stuck on the island. There's not much really to do there. You're in your condo and then there's only Mulligan's. So like anyone, if you need to blow off some steam, there's only one place to go. And it kind of makes for a pretty hilarious and debaucherous even location. So
For sure.
if you haven't been to Mully's in the summer, you're going to want to check that out.
Mm-hmm. Well said. Yeah, and then as far as a couple other off-hill activities, Joey B, how you doing? Cooked chicken parm.
Fire.
That was delicious. What do you think of his cooking?
So good.
What do you think about Joey B? How you doing?
He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Fucking dope ass dude.
Also, Squid's new gen. Okay, we're a little bit of an older generation here. I learned a lot. Of stuff. Smoking a lot of. These guys were smoking a lot of that Colorado Loud Pack.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's pretty strong out there.
Straight up, dude. This shit actually gets you stoned.
You're up at
I don't know if I
elevation.
fuck with it either.
I like to call it smoking on that K-Mac.
Yeah.
That's shout out Kyle Mack.
Oh yeah, hitting that K-Mac. Yeah, they stayed chiefing down on the Loud Pack out there. We also had Zeb Powell's chain, which I put on, and it does give you superpowers. It was definitely an infectious. You put that thing on, you're instantly just cocky.
You did something super underwhelming, or what do you?
No, your whole aura changes where you just become like cocky and confrontational as soon as you put it on. Yeah, I wanted to fight somebody immediately.
Massachusetts. You put on a chain and you're fucking from Southie all of a sudden.
Exactly.
That's cool.
And then as far as snowboarding, I mean, I feel like Joey and Zeb were on a tear.
They were kind of fucking shit up for sure.
Like
going
second
crazy.
run, they started flipping onto the king rail.
Yeah,
second
nuts.
run, backflip.
Joey Fava hit the spritzer, back 7 out the up rail, no biggie.
Yeah, he was flowing. And the major part that I think the listeners need to know about is a thing we coined called stoner tech. Now there's like tech snowboarding where you do tech down rail tricks. Maybe like somebody, like I would even say a cab 2 pullback. That could just be tech, depending on what you're doing. And then there's kind of like stoner tech, where it's like chill tech, and basically I saw Squid first try do 50-50 back 1 switch 50, chilling so hard. And we kind of said it's a new genre, stoner tech.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Who else would you say is in the likes of stoner tech realm?
Harrison Gordon.
Yeah, Harrison Gordon, stoner tech.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, daddy.
Shit, honestly, dude, I don't really know.
Squid.
Who else?
Squid's flying the flag for stoner tech.
It's kind of my shit.
Gooner, of course.
Yeah,
Gooner is
yeah,
stoner
of course.
tech.
Yeah,
OG
he's OG.
stoner tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Stoner tech for
Deadlung.
sure.
Bradshaw stoner tech. Is Deadlung stoner tech?
1,000% could be stoner tech for show.
Yeah, but he gets tech when he does the Deadlung
Definitely,
revert.
Yeah.
Then he goes from stoner tech to tech. Like real
Yeah,
tech.
that's like the homie Derek Conti. He's pretty stoner tech, but he'll bust out some fucking real tech
Blake
as
Lamb,
well.
maybe. Blake Lamb.
Blake Lamb, dude, he's
I don't know,
kind of
dude.
a
He's
hard
kind of
body.
just
Like
fucking
he's
fucked up good.
Yeah.
It's like it's not really chill what he's doing.
That's true.
It's got to be
That's
kind of
true.
chill.
But he that's what's fucked up about him is he is chill
Is
doing.
chill.
Yeah.
True.
He's like chill doing really fucked up things.
Yep. Yeah, so that's it. Pretty good segment. Anything else to add, Squid? Highlights for you.
Shit. Whole trip, mad fun, hanging out with Chris and everybody, Yanni.
What do you
smoking weed?
What do you think about the old heads? Were you hanging with the old head?
I fuck with old heads.
You do? Yeah.
Old heads are dope.
When would you say that? What age does old head begin for you, Squid?
I'm gonna say like 35.
Oh,
35
that's
to
older
40.
than I expected. Cool.
It's not
respectable number. Thank
For
you.
sure. I mean, it's also a big state of mind thing too.
Yep. Is Sam an old head?
I wouldn't say Sam's an old head.
Okay.
You're not golfing enough to be an old head
Yeah.
yet.
True.
That's
Dude,
true.
I fucking golf.
Yeah, you don't
I
want
know
to.
you golf, but not enough to be
His
an old
swing
head.
is
I just
something
quit.
else.
I just quit.
I just-
so bad.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's a bad swing. It's not looking good. He moves his whole feet. You move
Dude, sometimes
everything.
you just gotta cut your losses. You know? It's like, all right.
He likes to suffer.
Golf
too
ain't
much.
for me, dude.
Yeah, I'm not with that golf shit.
Yeah.
What about any new tech you might have tried, Chris? Anything? I don't know if you want to talk about that.
What's that?
Any sort of new technology you might have been testing over in copper at all? Maybe like a bone binding.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did try the bone bindings.
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
come on.
yeah, we both. I didn't know. I thought
Is this the
Yeah, so
half-pipe binding?
met the founder of Bone Bindings.
Yeah.
He was a camper up there. Awesome dude, lives in Italy. He said, hey, take a run on this thing. And going down the hill, terrifying. When you go off the jump and you shifty the legs out, the poke, quite satisfying.
I did see a clip of you kind of stealing my shit. Yeah, you went for the layback on the box.
Yeah.
It's ABD, man.
Everybody's biting your shit.
I mean, listen, I know, dude. That's ABD. We got to work together on these kind of things. But and I'm just going to say in the clip, you do stop in the middle of the box. You didn't have enough speed.
That was my first run. I thought I was going to die on those things.
Yeah, that's valid. That is valid.
Okay. All right. So we got Squid over here flying the flag for the new gen. Some wise words. Any last? Do you want to leave the audience with a inspirational quote, Squid?
Fuck. Shit, man. Drink beer, smoke weed.
That's it.
That's
You heard it. Yeah, Squid.
That's good.
There it is. The inventor of stoner tech.
Hell yeah.
All right, time to get into heater clips. Great segment of the show. First things first, isn't really a clip, it's a full-blown edit, but in my opinion, Scott Stevens' one mount hood with his edit. I don't know if you've seen it. Favorite clip from there, Jean-Claude Van Damme punching the snake. Stan, anything to add?
I mean, it's unmatched, Scott Stevens' ability to pull in iconic movie clips from the late 90s, early 2000s. It's unreal. I mean, Scott Stevens, as a Massachusetts original, always going to kind of be on my Rushmore. I think he deserves the world. So, yeah.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's on YouTube. It's great. It's on Susie Greenberg 270. Check out his YouTube channel. Absolute masterpiece. All right, getting into some heater singular clips. First one, Mons Roisland front seven no grab toe pop slow-mo filmed by Truth Smith, follow cam. If you haven't seen this, it's really hard to make a front seven no grab look good. And Mons does a fantastic job with this one. Sammy, why don't you walk us through what's happening here?
Ooh, nice pop off the toes there and just a elegant front seven. Fucking butter ass D.
Floater.
Yeah.
And you get way more pop when you go off the toes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That jump looks really
It's
really
the poke on the second rotation really that does this for me. So boom, there he is. And right when he comes into here, right there.
That's
Very,
a swaggy poke.
Right there.
I just like the commitment to that access off. Just, right off the lip. Like, all right, I'm going head first this way, homie.
Mons always holding it down. Norwegian contingency.
Beauty, Mons.
All right, we're going to get into clip number 2. This was a wild nose press from Joe Battleday. One of the steepest presses we've ever seen. You know, you've seen it on, I don't know if it's Perisher, but it looks unreal how much he dives into it. Stan, you know the clip?
I do know this clip. I mean, he's almost doing a different trick.
It's like a hammerhead shark going
It's like he's grinding a part of the snowboard that most people don't even wax. It's like he's so far up on that nose. I did find out after that he's a wakeboarder.
Ooh, that would make sense.
You think the board is older or something? Because to be able to lean into a press,
he's got clips where he's pressing like that on a wakeboard, which has got to be way harder.
Yeah.
So I think he
Super
was
stiff.
Geared up for that. I think that, I would, next step, let's get that thing on a bigger rail.
Yeah.
Would be my thing. Cause you're teetering on the line of okay, you can almost commit to that and it's short enough that you can save yourself and kind of get out before you get over the handlebars. I would love to see a Joe Sexton rail, Bob Plumb photo.
Someone's getting hurt. Someone's
someone's life work. Just
Me on the
Years
sideline.
trying.
The comments were funny on that video, though. There was like one comment that was like, "Oh shit, pros are going to realize they actually have to press now." It's just like, I don't think anyone's thinking that. I don't think anyone's looking at the Battle Day clip being like, "Fuck, dude, I gotta step it up."
Dude, I'll say though, the wake community is producing some
Oh, yeah.
heater snowboarders.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting conversation. You know, we see wakeboarding's always been a little bit of a punchline, I would say, but there's a strong contingency of snowboarding that has a background in wakeboarding. You know, Zeb Powell, one of them,
Yannick Conda.
Mick Morris. If you haven't seen this fucking video clip of Mick Morris being interviewed as like a 12-year-old at a wakeboard contest, full Farquaad haircut, it's insane. It's insane. If you can pull that, if we can get an image of that on the screen, I don't know.
Liam Brearley.
Brearley's a weapon on that thing. Yeah, I don't know. I guess my question is like, is it valid? You know, is wakeboarding? I think there was a long time where it was almost viewed as like a rollerblading level of kind of like we're making fun of this, and I don't know. I think maybe the tables are turning. Maybe I can't tell. I don't know. But there is a lot of snowboarders out here that are wakeboarders.
All right, we're going to keep it moving. Kokomo has an edit here from New Zealand. She's jibbing. She's looking fantastic. Absolutely annihilating the steel. You see a lot of jump clips from Kokomo, but she's going front blunt 450, ready to switch front blunt 450. Love to see her on the steel.
Yeah, this clip is like that whole line that she does is like, okay, to me, like Kokomo is kind of the GOAT, right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right now. Right now,
current.
she's kind of like, personally, like one of my favorite snowboarders to watch. And also because I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential that we're not seeing. Like you see, I think Kazu posted a clip of her in the backcountry. It's fucking gas. And then she hits these rail clips with us. I'm kind of like, damn, we need more Kokomo. All of us could use more Kokomo in our lives, I would say.
Well said. Mark Mick, shout out to the old dogs that are still getting after it. He learned a new unlock. I believe it's a Cab 19, I think. Or is that right? 18? Sorry, 18. There is no such thing as a 19, right?
1980, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a Cab because he's done the 16.
Dude, I can't even.
I think that's a 19.
It's 4.5 rotations.
Yeah, it's when
What
it's
is that?
slow-mo, it's kind of hard.
You know, you got to give this up, Mick. There's nobody. I mean, I don't want to say this, but like Mick Mo's, like we're talking Rushmore of just like work ethic on like a lot of riders going into this next Olympics, if they're past 30 or even close to 30, or maybe like thinking, can I do this anymore? Mick Morris is just out here like, nah, I'm flying to Oz, hitting, you know, what these kids are doing real quick. And it's like,
how many has he gone? How many has he been to now?
shows?
Yeah, Osho.
I think this would be his third
or fourth. Yeah,
but he's going after gold. He needs the gold because I think he's bronzed out.
Absolute beast.
A lot of the Osho.
And also, like, coming from the era of taking things to snow like a true juggernaut, just warrior style, learning the hard way. And then now he's competing against these guys that are chucking bag. They're just chucking bag all day long. They've learned, you know, they're all in the 23 ranges, like 21, 23. Like, that's the degree of rotation we're getting to. And he's out here still fucking putting on. So mad respect, Mick Morris.
Let the big dog eat.
And the last clip that I have here is not current, I don't think, but it's Jody Wojciak posted a front seven that I just got to slap some respect on. This thing was a beauty. Incredible kind of slob poke on that thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was beautiful.
Jody.
Yeah, Jody Wojciak. Full-blown heater.
Yeah, that was really sick.
A lot of respect.
Wow.
Yep.
Some classic Whis milk there, huh?
Classic Whis milk. That's classic Whis milk. That's all that is. And that's heater clips. We already talked about the Z12 hang gliding on the Prada board. That was going to be in this segment. But
that's obviously huge for the culture.
The community and just everyone.
Yeah, I think we'll probably look back on this as like, you know, there was before the Zeech on the bridge and there was after the Zeech on the bridge in snowboarding in terms of how we think about it.
It's really just opening up a whole new playground.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a bit of a breezy spot, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's other people that have been jibbing bridges. You know, I don't think that's the first time.
That's actually a side project, the Videograss Pat Bridges movie. It's called Jibbin' Bridges.
All right, we got a couple more Patreon questions before we wrap up this piece of shit show. Okay, first one's for Stan. Ben Barbie wants to know, Stan, as a fresh Salt Lake transplant, can you elaborate on your recent satirical Salt Lake propaganda AI reel? Had me dying laughing. Would love to know more.
Okay, for the record, I would never move to Salt Lake City, and I don't live here. A lot of people think that, which it's not lost on me. Why? People are like, "How's Salt Lake?" I'm like, I don't know. But that video I really did enjoy making, mostly because there's the people that live in Salt Lake are incredibly sensitive about Salt Lake.
You, dude.
Oh yeah, seriously. Like, God for fucking bid, you make fun of Salt Lake around anyone who's like lives in Salt Lake. But to me, the inspiration behind that video was just like, first of all, I think if you were born and raised here, you're excluded from this, right? So
Sammy and me, let's go.
So my thing is like, that video was almost made as like a joke about like what kids think is going to happen if they move to Salt Lake City. So the quote was something like, you know, rooftop parties, caviar, champagne every day. The checks started coming in. It's just like, just kind of a commentary on the, dare I say, self-importance that goes on in Salt Lake City. And it was just a slow day for me. And I, you know, felt like throwing it out there. And I knew I'd struck a chord because I saw Jay Stone that night and he was kind of like, what the fuck was that? You know, like, like he liked it, but I could tell there was a part of him that was like, but fuck you, you know? So, and any time you can get it under the skin of people that live in Salt Lake is a win for me. So, but no, I would never move here.
It's quality. It was a quality offering. This one's from Cake Pound Crew. Yo, dudes, what's up? I feel like you have a lot of opinions on music, so here goes. How do you feel about the music in videos these days? Sometimes it's just random instrumentals or somebody yelling all crazy, which is dope, just different from how it used to be. Is it still getting you pumped to go ride? What are your thoughts?
Just having a nice variety is important. I think you can't just stick to one genre.
Variety?
What was
variety?
That?
Sorry,
very
Variety.
So young Dolly says variety.
Variety.
Variety pack. Bob, takes?
I would just say there's definitely been a time there where it felt like every rail video was like you showed up and it was super emotional, like not very hype up kind of music. You know, it was like you showed up and you wanted to cry when you left watching the movie, you know, because the music was, I don't know, not my personal favorite, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's intentional. Like was a big talk. It's been the last couple of years, right? This like is snowboard video music too emo? You know, I think for a time I was on that train. I was riding that train, and then I came to realize that like
you are emo. Sorry.
Yes.
Anyways.
That like acting as though your taste in music is better than someone else's is stupid, you know? So like the what I will say about the quote unquote emo music is it's so genuine to those kids who are using it. You know, like they like that shit and that's what they're actually listening to when they do it. And I am a fan of creating, you know, pieces of snowboard media that are actually really reflective of who you are and what you do. So it's like, I think it's cool that they are letting us into their personality and showing us that. And I think the kids that like that kind of music and are into that are so down that this music is in there. And also like, I feel like rap music is like not allowed in snowboarding anymore. So that just like,
let's bring that back.
No, it's because you can't get the rights to it. That's why. It's hard to get the rights.
I think it's a language thing, frankly. I'm just going to be real here. It's like, it's just hard to edit a video like N-word banging out a lot. And it's just like, and I'm from Utah. You know, and then it's like, so that rap sect kind of disappeared. You know, there's still people that you can use it all day. Lucas Magoon, for example. Like there's people that, I mean, you're someone who's historically had a lot of like Waka Flocka, and a lot of that. And that had its place. And I bet at that time there was a lot of people that were like, what the fuck is with all this rap music in the snowboard videos? So.
Yeah, you're never going to please, someone's going to not like the music always. However, I want to piggyback on what you're saying about, like, you know, for example, Squid, right? He's friends with all the kids that make the genre what I would call screamo, right? And I come from a different generation. You know, it's not necessarily my favorite music, right? It's not something that I listen to. Like, you know, a lot of the bands, our friends are in these bands these kids are super into it, right? But like the authenticity and the passion and the symbiotic relationship of creating music and the culture of snowboarding and the culture of skating and all of that is like part of the thread, I think, of what makes snowboarding cool is that kind of counterculture and all of those things existing, whether it's art, whether it's making music, whether it's like this cool cultural aspect of it. So even though I'm not driving around listening to screamo, I can kind of get on their level and be like, I'm fucking with you guys because you guys are passionate about this.
Yeah.
And
not to mention, if I lived in Salt Lake, I'd also be listening to screaming for help music. You know? Like, I would also just be like,
it's 100%.
I get it. You know, these kids live in Salt Lake. Of course they're listening to music that's screaming. And
yeah. Bring back more rap. Nice take. Nice
no,
take.
I don't think we should bring back more rap. I was just saying, like,
oh, you don't think I should? I think we should.
I think we should.
I think there's a time and a place, but it's the like ubiquity of that music being used for like 10 years was really strong. And now it's like you really got to be you got to be somebody to like get that song. Like,
your
you
footage
can't-
better be fucking
to get that
A-grade.
past.
Sure.
Tommy Gesme could still hit that, and I'll slap that all fucking day. You know, if he puts a rap song in there, that's a yes.
Yeah.
So there's people that can still do whatever they want, but the rap thing was getting we were getting a little too comfortable with the rap music, I think, in snowboard.
Okay. Next question's for Stan. Here we go. Joseph McCarty. Stan, when will Last Resort become a recurring show with dedicated release schedule? Is there funding that's missing?
Yes. You want to sponsor the show? When? I don't know. Probably like never. I think that I've had an interesting relationship with my feelings about Last Resort. Obviously, you know, if you know my story, the way Last Resort got started was I was like almost giving up on doing anything in snowboarding, and I viewed that as my literal last resort entry into like staying involved. People and so I was like bleeding for it at that time, you know, like it's all I had going, it's all I was excited about, so I was hyped to be putting them out super often. I think that now with just working on other various projects, working on the magazine and working on like having your hands on a couple other things, like helping with natural selection and stuff, I just don't personally feel the pressure as much to put one out if I'm not ready. And the sponsorship would massively help because I hate chasing brands for like, it feels so weird and dumb to try and like sell why Last Resort is important to a brand. And you also like can't make them a guarantee that I won't make fun of them, you know? So it's like, how am I supposed to?
You need an agent.
I do need an agent. If there's any agents watching, Runky, I know you and I talked about it once. Let's reopen that conversation.
100%. Dude, I love it.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I'll say this, like, I think that I'm hyped that the core seems to still watch it, but I also don't feel like I get that many views. So it starts to also make me feel like, what is this for? You know, like, am I like dumb for like just continue? Is it boring people? I don't know. So
you get the feedback from me. You get the feedback from all the people. Like, we love it.
Yeah.
So I going back to the creative process. The creative process is about making something that you feel good about and putting it into the world. Whether it gets 100 views or 1 million views, it is kind of irrelevant when it comes to the creative process. The creative process, if you start tying what you're making to just trying to get views, your shit becomes inauthentic because you're chasing some type of algorithm. But the creative process is about once it goes into the world, it doesn't matter, dude. It's about making something you feel good about.
I guess that's where it comes down to the views and the money thing, though, and why I have a hard time like pitching it. Is it's like really hard for me to go to like, hey, Rockstar. So I don't know if you saw my video, 7,000 views. Yeah, better sign on now before this, so it's tough. I don't care that they only get like 10,000 views, we'll call it, but I'm gassing that up a little bit. Yeah. But and then again, you could also start to say, like, honestly, snowboard videos online, unless it's a really big production, probably don't, like, they all kind of get that amount of views. So there's that. But the other thing that would help a last resort process be a little more, and I just haven't found it, is like I would love to have a partner that would help me edit them.
That would be huge.
Because then I could just, or honestly, set up the studio and like film it would be a start. And I've like thrown that out a couple times of like trying to find someone, and I just have never done it. And so,
if you lived in Salt Lake, you'd probably have quite a few people that wanted to help you.
Good point. That's a good point.
Nah, fuck that place.
It gets way more emo.
Sorry, it was just sitting there.
Look who's sensitive about me saying stuff about Salt Lake. See what I mean?
Take it back.
All right, well, that's pretty much all the notes I have. I think this has been a good show, guys. Silk, favorite part of the show? He's got no microphone.
You just
we'll
regurgitate what you said.
My segment. That's
I would say Stan's segment. Stan's segment, without a doubt, was the win. Unannounced. Big shoes to fill for anyone else trying to come on this show. Stan,
what would you say was your high point, Chris, as the show host?
Oh, as the host. Like,
yeah,
what was your? Where did you shine? That's a good question. We booked Cleveland for an interview. That's kind of a win for me. Like getting to chat with Marcus. That was a treat. You guys didn't hear that, but
that was a lot of work on my end and Knut's end. So like again, what's your high point? Like what did you do?
Just to point out, Chris was like, I think my favorite part of the show was the part that none of you guys were a part of.
The part of the show that has nothing to do with this part.
I just liked the chat about the gentleman that hang glided and board slid the bridge. That was fun.
That was a high point.
That was good. Yeah, Bob had a couple moments. Sam, you did great. You won the run through wall trivia.
Yeah.
See, this is who's MVP? Do you think, Silk? If you just point at him because you don't have audio. Stan? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Give it up for Stan.
Who would you say was the worst?
Yeah. Who'd you say is the worst?
Tough choice.
All right. Who's going to take us out of the show?
I think Bob.
Bob, you got to do the sign off.
That's it. Thank you for listening to The Bomb Hole. Thank you to all our sponsors. And go snowboarding.
There it is. Wow. Good job, Bob. Hell of a show.